Refresh. We are
Hit
now
refresh
live.
like 8 billion times. Exactly, I counted.
Oh.
I don't see it on your channel.
No, it's up now. I'm watching it.
I don't see it on your channel.
You're not trying hard enough, man.
I've hit refresh about 8 bajillion times. If I hit subscription. So no, that's Moto Mumble. It's not what I want.
I got Moto Mumble too, that's all I see.
Let me just try exiting out of YouTube and then just coming back.
Oh shit.
Alright, we're just gonna mute you.
Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Still not seeing it.
Also go to live events. It might be in there.
Live of where's that?
Should be on the left side. When you go to Creator Studio. Creator Studio live streaming, I believe.
Live streaming. Then what?
And then go to, I don't know.
That helps.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is we're live, so it says live now.
It's good to be live.
Send us the link on your YouTube link. Oh, that's on YouTube, and then we'll just click on it or something.
Sure, I'll just do everything.
Well, you're the host.
Alright. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Aha.
I see what's going on here. There you go. It was set to private.
Aha. Aha. Aha.
Do you see?
I see it now.
There you go. That's all Tony's fault, so.
Yes, all my fault. I figured it out too. Ha.
Alright, so the first part was just a warm-up.
Wow. Look at how many people are watching this right now.
Just me.
Isn't this crazy?
Well, everyone got confused. They thought it was on the other channel. They're all waiting still.
One person.
Alright. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to Omega?
He died.
I know that one guy's gonna be joining soon.
I sent him a linky link, so.
2 is watching. Oh my god.
3. I'm gonna up
Oh my god.
make sure I'm gonna thumbs up my own video. Make sure I share it to all
one
you.
of those guys.
I'm gonna share it to all of you. We've been trying to figure this out for 3 minutes now. Alright.
Tim, go make one of those public service announcements on your channel and tell them that it's on a different YouTube channel.
I hope Terry's doing that. She was having all kinds of difficulty
Hello,
with.
my name is Tim. We are now broadcasting on Alpha Toxin's channel.
Yeah, I
We
think
should
Terry's
invite-
probably-
I'm gonna invite Sub D.
I wonder if the 3 people, or like the 3, like that doesn't include us.
I'm more
No, that includes you guys.
I would say no.
Well, there's 5 of us. So,
Right, that's why I'm saying no. Who disliked it?
Me.
We suck.
Good spirit, good team spirit.
I disliked it too.
I'm not even gonna vote.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Alright, invited Sub D. Let's see if he shows up.
It'd be pretty awesome if he does.
Baker shows up every once in a while.
He showed up to yours?
He did when I was in One Down Four Ups chat. Just fucking hung out for like 3 hours. So get all professional, everybody.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah.
Too late. It's too late for that.
Yeah. Give me a minute.
Can you subscribe to my channel, please? I mean the world.
Alright. So somebody talk about something.
Well, like, okay.
How about a spring ride?
Oh yeah, we can bring that back up. How about it's my birthday tomorrow, what are you all getting me, starting with Tony?
I'm gonna get you. Well, my name's not Tony, but I thought I would start because
It's a $50 minimum, just by the way.
I will and give you a donut from Circle K.
Is it gonna be stale?
I don't know. That we're gonna have to find out.
Get one from the back,
All right.
so it's been there for a while. I want one of those ones that have fermented and it's really aged.
The seals in the flavor.
Like where it's so like hard you can't even like push the candle into
I
it.
know.
The candle snaps.
I'll
That's
get you
what
those
I want.
edible candles.
That doesn't sound like a thing, but
Well, I'm sure they have them somewhere.
I'm sure you could eat wax. That's probably.
Well,
mean, they got
anything's
edible
not
underwear.
edible, but is it good for you? No.
The thing about Circle K donuts is they keep them in a cage, and then someone opens the door. And I saw this once. Apparently, a fly flew in when someone was getting their donut, and then they closed the door again, and that fly was in donut heaven. He was trapped in there. I think he
Maybe
landed
overdosed on sugar.
Yeah, he landed on every donut. I stood there making my coffee, just watching him. I'm like, I would never get a donut from that cage ever.
Hey, Alpha, do you have the required tools to chop an exhaust?
I got a hacksaw, so yes.
Because I was thinking about getting a Two Brothers exhaust for my bike, but all the aftermarket ones go like all the way up. It's, you know, like friggin' like a dragon tail.
Are you trying
about-
to?
And I thought about chopping it to kind of make it like a stubby.
Oh, you want to chop the actual muffler?
Yeah, to make it, I want to get like a Two Brothers exhaust and then just chop it and make it like a little stubby exhaust.
That's
I
not
have
too hard
a
to
chop
do.
saw.
As long as you have a welder to put it back on, or if you want to rivet it, I'd recommend
Do you-
welding. But I mean,
Do you have any of that?
I do not have a welder. I have a rivet gun, but it's shitty.
I have a chop saw and a welder.
There you go.
Wait, I guess we will have to use duct tape. Just kidding.
Yes. No, yeah, it's actually pretty easy to chop it. You just pretty much cut the thing in half, cut a section out, put the top on to the bottom, and just rivet it or weld it.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I did it on my old bike.
Yeah, set up a date. Go over to Pelon's house.
Maybe I will.
Bring him a case of beer and get cutting.
Exactly. That's all I need. Just beer and a carpenter's eye, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And just
There
start
we go.
cutting that sucker up.
Cut that $400 sucker up.
You couldn't get one from the junkyard?
No, they're all like stock, like those shitty 250 bikes that you get at the MSF course.
Oh, shit.
Or they're like ginormous pipes for some, you know, Harley bike or something, or Goldwing.
Oh. Well, you could still cut those. Make a little custom pipe. You could spray paint it black, put some flames on it. A couple
I
stickers.
told you about that. I did find a couple of aftermarket ones for the sport bikes, but the guy was trying to sell them for $500.
For just the pipe, or did he
For
actually...
the whole thing, it was like a full system.
Hmm.
Dented.
You're gonna have to go ahead and lower your dog's volume.
Is that my dog?
I think that's my dog. Hold on.
Release the
Oh,
hounds.
Would you just pet him already?
Wait, it's my neighbor's dog. What the fuck?
Alright. It's better.
Is that better?
That's good.
All right.
Where's Gigawatts? Where's 121? Is he work?
I don't know.
Tim,
He's
when are you
not-
gonna do another Q&A?
I got the shittiest headphones ever made.
Oh God. So how's life, Tony? How's that new computer? Oh, he fell asleep.
Well, my day was great. I woke up and ate lunch and hung out and went for a ride, and here I am.
That sounds like a whole lot of in one day. Okay, buddy.
It was packed.
It's kind of hard to believe you did all that.
I know.
Did you go? Did you go have a cheesesteak?
Yeah, I did. I took my friend there.
Cool.
That was a good sandwich.
That's a pretty good ride for lunch, though. I mean.
Eh.
Yeah.
I bet Omega's sitting there twiddling his
I can
thumbs.
tell this little side chat over here is just amping.
Oh, it's going crazy.
Everybody's chit-chatting.
To be fair, we didn't warn anybody. We're like that background noise. Like, just kind of lets you fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Today on AZ Moto Talks, we're going to talk about the desert and sun stuff.
We should get that guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Today on the Arizona Motovlog Hangout, we will be talking about nothing.
And we will lull you to sleep.
Bueller.
Alright, I say our group each throws in $100 apiece, and we all buy a stunt bike to share.
No.
Don't be scared.
Idea. How about I stunt my own bike?
And we watch you and film it,
Sure.
and we claim all the crash
You can get stunt sprockets and the new chain all for about $90.
Then let's do it.
I might get some stunt sprockets.
You're gonna go ahead and want to get a cage.
I'm gonna get a cage too. I thought about chopping my windscreen and getting those fancy little stunt handlebars and have that little stubby exhaust.
If you're gonna stunt it to start, just get a cage, pull your plastics off, and just go for it.
Mm.
And then once you're done, fucking up and you learn how to actually hit balance point, you can put your fairings back on and you'll be a badass.
Don't need to. I'm already really good at wheelies.
And stoppies.
I can't figure out how to do a stoppie. I can't.
Just slam on your front brake.
Everyone's like, pull on the clutch and then brake.
Well, I'm not really big on like the whole front forward thing with like all that bike behind you to crush you.
Right.
I'd like to just be able to jump off.
Oh, you'd probably survive.
Yeah, mostly. All right. Is Tony still alive?
Probably fall asleep.
The world got him.
He's probably playing Fallout or something right now.
No, I'm still here. I'm just messing with my computer.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about that thing?
About my computer?
Yeah, where'd you steal it from?
There's
To
too much
start.
ambient noise.
I'm gonna go ahead and just turn Pelon down. I think that's him.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's probably me.
He's out in a windstorm or whatever.
right on. Well, the
All right.
I got muted.
You sure did. I don't know how.
You clicked on the wrong one.
I think I did. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anyways, so yeah, my computer's like amazing, and not much to it.
Did you go ahead and get yourself some awesome editing software with that beast?
Not yet, no. I'm looking around. Might do Sony Vegas. Might get a BitTorrent.
All right, you want to go ahead and head over to the Pirate Bay and.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and download some shit illegally, and
You mean borrow it legally?
I mean, yeah, borrow it legally.
I'll give it back whenever they want it.
No, I'll cede. It's okay, I'll cede.
Oh, what a sucker.
I won't cede.
Nobody sees. It's a trick.
I know, that's how they find you. That's how they track you down.
Hmm.
Start seeding and they know what you've been downloading illegally. What the hell is that?
That is...
Invite him.
I did invite him. He's calling me. You're doing it wrong, bruh. Oh, God.
That one guy.
All right. I invited all those people. If you'd kindly go to your YouTube page
If
and
you could go
totally
ahead
answered that.
and
click the
Answered and
link.
hung up on him. I
I
thought that
don't
was
know.
my Skype.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right, I'm going to try inviting him again.
You know what I did do? I downloaded League of Legends.
Oh, you love that game?
Ah, man, I've never played before. I played for the first time last night with
I'll
my
be right
brother.
back.
I died like 15 times. Didn't
I
even
know.
get one kill.
Never really got into that game.
Yeah, it's kind of funky.
My
They were
brother
telling
was
me
a
what
little
to do.
crazy.
Your brother plays
Yeah.
League of Legends?
Yeah, he does all kinds of stuff like that.
Oh.
He's a big gamer. Well, PC gamer. I pretty much just play Xbox like every day of my life, so
What's his Steam name?
I don't know. I could find out eventually.
Find out. I'll invite him to a League game.
You can start spamming him.
Oh my God. Okay, Omega.
Can I do two tank? All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna answer that.
Answer it, because it'll be on your phone.
Yeah, it's on my phone. Said error.
There he is. Split broadcast.
I don't know what's happening.
Omega.
Are you alive?
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Omega.
Welcome to a chat. What are you
Dude,
talking
why
about?
are we the only ones here now?
Everyone fell asleep. They got tired of our crap.
Well,
No, don't worry. I'm still here. I'm just trying to show this one guy how to get on.
Trying to fall asleep, I bet.
that one guy. Ah, I see your face. Oh no.
It's out to the world now. 1, 2, 3. I think the 5 people watching are us.
Yeah,
Oh no, wait, we got someone. What's up, buddy?
we do.
Yeah, Tony, be a little bit more observant of the people around you.
I had my YouTube up, but you know. Hey, DRZ Phoenix. Hello. I think he's from Phoenix.
I wouldn't assume right off the bat there, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
give me the Firebird Phoenix.
right. True. Nope.
I was wrong. Dude, this Google thing is just...
Ah, he's in surprise, sucker.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I've seen your bike before, DRZ, riding around the neighborhood. What is your most major cross street?
5 minutes later, due to lag, we get a reply.
That's technology. You just got to deal with it.
Trying to open his link in a new tab.
My head hurts.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Drinking a whole bottle of mead by myself.
You like that crap, dude?
You don't like mead?
I don't. I first tried it at the Renaissance Festival.
What are you, gay?
I guess so, man. I don't like that stuff, dude. It just has a terrible taste.
I'm a big fan of honey, so
Eh.
I don't know. It's just kind of like my thing. I've
mean,
never been into like the hops taste, so I always look for those weird drinks.
Well, I mean, I like liquor.
I'm sure you do. I almost bought what is it? Jim Beam's apple, the apple one.
Weird. I'm not too big on the flavored whiskey or
What
the
do you
flavored
what do you
bourbon.
drink then, Plain Jane?
Usually, my drink of choice, well, it used to be Jack Daniels, but I had to cut that out because I was worried about my liver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sent me a text message, was like, stop that crap.
You used to down them all the time then?
Yeah, dude, it was bad. When I was single,
Oh.
I mean, I would get those big old handles, and I would just go to town and watch Epic Mealtime. And so now, I'm pretty, as far as liquor goes, it'll either be tequila. It has to be a good tequila.
Never really got into the tequila.
Yeah, dude, it's not for everyone. Just don't drink like Jose Cuervo or anything. That stuff is awful.
I don't know. I've got into like the Mexican beers. I kind of like those. Like what is it, Modelo?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That and Corona.
Delicious.
That's
You
like
know,
my go. That's my go-to when I don't know what to order at the bar. I'm just like, Modelo.
I like Corona, but as far as like Modelo, I can't do it, man. Something about Modelo, Dos Equis, and Del Sol, I can't do those beers, man. Yeah, I'm a Coors man. I'm a Coors
Gross. I hate those beers.
Coors.
Can't drink unless I'm watching NASCAR.
There, get the footballs going. Watch them NASCAR go around in the left turn circle.
You take a left turn right here. You take a left turn right here.
a left turn.
And if you keep making a left turn, you're probably going to win the race.
But I got into Red's Apple Ale for a while.
Oh, I love Reds.
Yeah, dude, it's just so high in calorie.
I think no, Angry Orchard's better than Reds. I think though.
See, I don't like ciders.
I'm a cider guy, so.
You're an cider guy?
Yeah, I'm an insider guy.
Oh,
Everything all right over there, feeders?
Yeah, I got it. It's working.
All right.
You're what?
See, it is slowly coming together, and
Is
everything
he
works
in the
out.
hangout while he's at work?
Don't question the man.
Dude, we could go on a ride along.
Yeah.
Like last time.
Put us in the seat, man.
I don't have enough data.
Are you on your phone
Did you
too, Tony?
arrest anybody?
No, I'm at home.
Oh, that.
But to do what he does, to stream like that,
Oh yeah. I could barely listen to it on work. My phone sucks.
Chat is amping.
are they talking about alcohol?
People is just chit-chatting.
Yeah. That dude is at El Mirage and Bell, by the way.
I see that, yeah.
Greenway.
Ah.
Oh, sweet. He likes the Coors, too. Got a Coors man over here also.
Damn it, Tony.
Silver bullet for the win.
We need to get a ride going, and everybody needs to get some responsibilities, designated to them on how we're going to get this thing together.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Because we all got some really small channels, so I say we each bring our channels together. So if we all did like a similar video or like a commercial, we'll say, about like our spring ride to Jerome.
Well, yeah, post it on like the most popular channels of all of us.
So
We
I
need to
get what
post
you're
it on
saying.
everybody's channel.
Oh,
We all need to get together and make
And-
a little commercial that we all can put on our channels.
Yeah, or at least
All-
somebody.
Should we do it this weekend?
At least somebody should make it, and even if it's just like one video that everybody posts, that'd be good too.
You want to
Yeah,
do
that'll
it
work.
this weekend? It's supposed to be nice this weekend.
So you'll be like, hey guys, I'm Alpha Toxin. Then Minnesota will be like, hey guys, I'm Minnesota for you.
20 minutes later, we all said our
Tony.
name.
And then I'll do a burnout.
Yeah, and then I'll do a Pussy Willie.
And then Tim will flex his muscles.
We'll just all go to one parking lot. We'll have like people jousting in the background and
We gotta have her.
backflips.
Yeah.
We'll have that one guy trying to run over Pelon with a truck.
We want to show everyone how unsafe we are, and that'll really make them want to ride with us.
Somebody bring a gun to wave around and look like an idiot.
Got it
I
covered.
that. I
Just
got that
fire
covered.
an Uzi into the air.
Oh my god, we'll go out to the desert and totally do that.
No, we're gonna go to like the Circle K at 59th. Just fucking.
No, go to some gas
$59.
station on Indian School Road.
It'll be real normal. It'll be fine.
They're used to that crap down there.
But seeing as how unorganized we are, we should probably start that soon. I mean, we
This
only got the
weekend,
rest of
let's
the
do it.
winter.
Let's shoot it this weekend.
I can shoot it after 5 o'clock.
Well, then
Ah,
it's
see,
dark.
that's not enough daylight. You gotta
See?
do it in the morning.
You see? Do you see, Tony?
We'll
I
come
do
to your
see.
work and do it at your work.
Yeah, just I'll
Dude,
come to
we'll do
work
it
and
on
I'll
the
go out
break.
back. I don't get breaks.
Dude, we'll do it while you're cooking us lunch.
Deal. I'll just like start throwing fries at everybody.
You get a
Eat my
fry. You
food.
get a fry.
So yeah, we're still thinking about Jerome, right? Because I think it'd be totally awesome just go up.
Wait, are we gonna start here and then to Jerome, or meet at Jerome?
It'll be at Jerome. Like, we'll basically Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, everybody meets up at the hotel. So you got a whole day to get to the meetup from wherever you are. So and then you spend the night in the hotel, and then we ride from the hotel on the ride. So wherever we're going from the hotel to wherever.
I heard that hotel's haunted or something.
Yeah, it is. You can stay there. That's why we wanted to do it.
That's the whole. Yeah. Put your wife on
And this
Tim.
will be
She
this
knows the
summer?
details.
I don't know about a haunted
Isn't
hotel.
Jerome? Should we do it like mid-spring?
Yeah, we're just starting to warm up, but it's not like cold.
Right.
April, end of April-ish.
Yeah, somewhere around there sounds pretty good. Because then we got plenty of time to talk about it and get it going. I mean, we're really going to have to, like, repeat this over and over for people to actually hear it. You
You
know?
think people would actually drive up to Jerome for the meetup?
Jerome is cool. It's beautiful. The roads are awesome. Between like the trip that we took, up to Prescott and that, from there further north, I think it even gets better. You
Yeah.
know, more scenic and just better.
Tim's is ready to go everywhere.
Yeah, I want to do Tombstone, but everyone thinks that's too far, and it is kind of a ride. But it would be totally worth it.
Maybe
You know,
one day.
Nobody ever has done anything down there. I think it will be real original, and it's a very popular topic, coast to coast.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I grew up here in Phoenix. I've never been to Tucson. Or I'm not
Never been to
Tucson,
Tucson?
You are not missing out on anything.
but not Tucson, but Tombstone.
Oh,
A few years ago, I went down and worked on a retrofit of that town and redid the boardwalk around there, around Tombstone, and stayed in Sierra Vista. I don't know if you guys are about 7 or 8 miles away, and it turned out really good, and I enjoyed myself there a lot. And it was kind of the off season; there wasn't a lot of tourists. It wasn't really crowded, and the weather's cool there even in the summer. It's not as hot as Phoenix by any means. It's like 5,000 feet elevation or something like that. I just like the southeast part of the state. Most people go north. I understand that. Phoenix people for vacations or weekends or whatever. But there's something about the high desert, that country. It's just beautiful to me. The Chiricahua Mountains and that. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I had a subscriber ask if we'd take a trip to Lake Havasu.
I would do that.
Isn't that's west, isn't it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't been to Lake Havasu since I was a kid, so I don't remember what's out there besides
I don't
the
I've
lake.
never been there.
Dude, there's a great sandwich place there called.
No, I'm sorry to laugh, but that just sounded cool. We're talking about a city, and right away we go to food. I mean,
Dude, great
it's
sandwich
universal.
place. Awesome pastrami sandwich over there, man.
You know,
Freaking
I
brilliant.
think we should just stick to McDonald's
We're so
instead
basic.
of doing some local place. Let's just go to McDonald's.
We're so basic, Minnesota.
I know. I'm a basic white girl.
Timages does.
You
I'm
guys
just
wanna-
wondering if people would actually go up there to meet us.
To where?
People
Jerome?
went to meet
To
up
Jerome.
Suburban Delinquent. Pretty sure they'll meet up like you guys.
Even
Well,
if they didn't,
delinquents like popular people would do that. We're like barely.
alright,
not even.
we
but
just
here,
do it for ourselves, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See,
well, you don't really lose out either way. But
Yeah.
Sub D's
Yeah.
big, so he's one big guy that got a nice meet out. We're a bunch of small guys all together.
So
We're
it
one big
evens
guy.
out.
Do
I mean,
you
I'm pretty
see?
sure we could get some local people that would do it.
Sure, because
Yeah.
Jerome kicks ass. It's really beautiful up there. I mean, it's just scenic. If
Yes,
you've never been there, Ryan, it's cool looking. It's just a cool.
Jerome?
He lives
Yeah.
up in mountains and stuff. He's like,
I've been to Flag. That's about as far as I've been.
Well, it's not as far north as Flagstaff, but it's just a whole different. It's just a different appeal. It's like rustic and kind of old fashioned, and
Yeah.
that's the impression I got from it anyway.
I went back and I watched Sub D's video of him going through it. It's kind of cool. He's got a couple of videos of him and his wife that go from Orange County to like Prescott or something.
I seriously wonder if he has family down here.
he does.
He does. I met his cousins and uncle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think that's why he comes down. He said talking in the hangout that he usually comes down with his wife, but she couldn't make it this time for some reason, so he came down on the bike, and that's why he did the little meetup thing. Wait for it. You guys hear that cricket?
No.
That's right, because he's dead. You bored him to death.
Who needs raid? Just come on in.
I guess I can throw up some Motovlog questions. Everybody cares about that, right?
I don't care.
Hey, before you do that, I'd like to interject something. Saturday, meeting Suburban Delinquent was really cool, and he's a lot different than I expected. He's a really nice guy. He's polite. He has no ego whatsoever.
Yeah.
And, in a way, it was kind of, and he would understand me saying this, it was kind of secondary to the way the day unfolded for me. And real simple, my opinion is, we have a really good crew here, and I was really impressed by how, like, Alpha had a tire problem, and Pelon went and got his truck, and that one guy's bike screwed up, and those two guys stuck together, and we all came back to see if Alpha needed a hand loading up his bike and that, and that it's kind of like it's kind of why I do this, and you guys were exactly like I expected that you were, that we stuck together kind of like as a team. And I mean, I know it's all about hanging out. It wasn't hard work or anything, but the simple fact that everybody supported each other, that was really cool to me. I really liked that a lot.
I said it's a cheer rope.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, that's really true. I think that's the essence of biking. I think part of it. You have a good crew, a good group, and people help each other.
Yeah, we even had that one guy just randomly stop to help us out.
Yeah, it was rewarding to me to even see all that unfold because, I mean, I liked you guys like right off the bat, and then to see all that, come into effect, and people that barely know each other really, just rushing off to help and trying to help and being glad to help. Very cool thing to me.
Tim. That was
I'd
beautiful.
like to interject also. Big shout out to Minnesota for you and TonyVersys TheWorld for getting Suburban Delinquent to actually agree to go meet Toxin, or Alpha Toxin, whatever you want to call yourself.
Yeah, it kind of makes up for you guys abandoning me on the side of the road.
Yeah.
We got you a free sandwich, man. Okay?
Yeah, geez, he got you a free sandwich. You should be thankful.
Yeah,
I think you were just pulling over to use your phone or something. I kept going.
I wish.
I kept going. Screw that guy.
Hey, he's fine.
His wife called him. He has to use the phone.
It's because I so expertly maneuvered to the side of the road and did not die that it would appear that I was not in distress.
No, you were in front of me, and you crossed like 4 lanes at 70 miles an hour in about 150 feet. I thought that was really kick-ass.
I'm just glad there wasn't a car there.
You just zipped over.
It kind of all worked out. Like, the tire stayed on the rim. When the valve stem broke, the air was let out slowly so it didn't just go instantly flat. And there was no cars in the way, and it was also at an exit in the gore area where I got to pull off, so I didn't have to like drive down the freeway till the next exit. For something to go bad, it was kind of the best case scenario.
Were you able to ride it to the top of that exit?
Yeah, I couldn't steer for shit, but I just crossed the lane to the far right side of the ramp and just rode it up to the sidewalk.
Yeah, because that's uphill. That's kind of steep too when you're pushing a bike.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna push it. Like, I don't need the rim. Just I don't want to be in the gore area anymore.
Yep, dangerous, man.
But yeah, that was cool that he was gonna come back to see me and everything.
So you had some questions?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask everybody, kind of like, how'd they start motovlogging? Like, kind of what got you into it? Were you guys watching other motovloggers? Did you just feel like it? All right, good job, good talk.
I watched other people, and I said, you know what? I got to do that.
Pretty much answer the question mark.
All right, glad I can ask and answer all your questions.
It was a little different for me, to be honest with you. It was a real rainy day, and I was home, and
Contemplating life.
No, I went on. I never do that. I just react to what comes to me. I have a plan. Forget that I do. But I was sitting home, and I was on YouTube looking at like sharks eating stuff, you know. And I typed in motorcycles, and Derek came up. Was the first guy I saw, and then Suburban Delinquent, and then I put in for Phoenix, and I got Alpha and Gigawatts, you know. And I was watching it, and I thought that's pretty cool. But I mean, these guys, you know, they have a unique personality or whatever. You know, I don't know if I could really, I don't know if that would be of interest to me. And then about 2 weeks later, I came the closest I've ever been to getting killed on a motorcycle. And it was only because I was talking to some old man and a woman at a red light, and I didn't pull out when the light turned green. Like, we spent about 3 or 4 seconds finishing our conversation, and people were honking and stuff. You know, screw them guys. And when I did pull out, a red light runner shot in front of me and this guy in the truck, 15 or 20 feet in front of me at 50 miles an hour. The cops were chasing him, and it was insane. And I came home, and I told my wife, and she's kind of a worrywart, you know. The next day, I had a camera and all this equipment, and I had no clue what to do with any of it. But she just wanted evidence for life insurance and stuff in case I did get clipped. That kind of evolved into motovlogging from there. But it was just for a safety issue or insurance or evidence or whatever you want to call it, you know, in case you have a problem.
I did the same thing. That's why I put a camera on my helmet.
For insurance and, you know, evidence or whatever.
Yeah, evidence, because cameras can't lie. People
Right.
do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I met a really cool motovlogger, actually 2 of them, at Cycle Gear one night.
I
was
remember
totally
that night.
subscribed. Totally subscribed to them.
Yeah, I remember that night. It was bike night. Me and Gigawatts were just talking inside the store, like waiting for the drawing, and then Tony interrupted our conversation. And it was, you asked something about motovlogging or something. I happen to have a magnet with me that I gave him.
You mentioned somebody, and I was like, hey, I know that name. I don't remember who it was, but it might have been Baker, but
It was like we were just talking about motovlogging, and then Tony just kind of chimed in. He's like, "Hey, you guys there?"
Yeah. Heard you talking about motovlogging. I too watched that on YouTube. Then they looked at me all like, Psh, "We do it." Yeah.
What about you, Alpha? What got you into motovlogging?
Well, I've pretty much always been on like bikes and stuff from when I was 1-year-old to now, I've been riding dirt bikes and shit. And then I hadn't had a street bike. My first street bike was when I started motovlogging, so I was always on dirt bikes. And then I just ended up watching videos of, it wasn't even a vlog, it was just like guys just riding a bike, no audio. Well, it was just like the engine, you know, no words or nothing. And just watching them ride a bike around the neighborhood, and it was just kind of fueling my passion for wanting to get a street bike. And then that kind of led to actual motovloggers, and then I think that's when I was like, yep, kind of want to do that. And then I kind of did. And I saved up, bought my bike, bought a cheapy camera. I freaking used Movie Maker to edit. I had, I was recording audio on like those iPhone like headphones with like a microphone in the cord, you know, to my phone, and I would just record the audio and then pair them up. It that's why my first videos are so shitty, because I literally knew nothing about editing or filming or anything and just kind of jumped right into it. So that's kind of how I started. And then I was just like, yeah, I bet I can do that.
I don't think anybody starts out like good though. You know, I watched you since you were the first Phoenix guy I saw, and you have evolved so much. But your content was always like funny and humor based, you know. I mean, I still laugh to this day when I see you and Gigawatts have that fake sparring thing. I don't know why that sets me off. I play that from time to time just to get a chuckle. I mean, it looks like it's choreographed by Paula Abdul or something like that. You guys are moving in this cool sequence. Did you slow down the tape or the film or whatever when you published it?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just going.
Just kind of stony looking the way you guys did it. It's kick-ass.
I love to hear that stuff though, because like I never did like social media, and like I was never popular. Even in school, I was just like I have my group of friends. So like to actually interact with like random people and stuff, it's like, quiet, Tony. I'm having a moment, okay? Anyways.
Alpha's popular.
Only from pit biking.
He's the popular kid.
People only found my channel through that pit bike video. I'm serious. Nobody even watches my normal videos. I put a pit bike video up, it's boom, explodes, and then I put a normal vlog up, they're like, next. It's just how YouTube is, though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you. Anything with cops in it gets views.
Tim, how did you find me? I'm curious.
How did I find you?
Yeah, because I remember you commenting on my videos.
Yeah, I go through them because I look for like newer people like me and like a lot of us, you know, because I think that's where the energy is. To me, like a lot of the bigger guys, they've been putting out less videos lately, I've noticed, and it's like it's kind of the same thing, you know. I'm not making any claims here. I just think that newer people have more energy and try different stuff, trying to find their niche, and that's entertaining to me. You know, but the way I found you was you said Minnesota in your name, and I just think that's a cool state, and so I played you. And I was like, man, this kid seems all right. And I could tell you were a young guy, and, you know, I just liked your energy and your excitement and your enthusiasm. So I subscribed to you, you know. That's a big thing for me is enthusiasm and somebody that tries to be, like, funny or tries to be informative, you know, and tries to, like, use... I've gone over this, and I always say this like some stupid guy, but I always like people that think of other words to use besides profanity. You know, that's really appealing to me. I always liked English and literature and language and reading and stuff, so I try to find other words.
Opposite of my videos, then.
Well, I try to find other words to portray my disgust instead of like F-bombs and all
I used to do that a lot when I first started, and I've cut back.
To get lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have an editor that, you know, I mean, she's the editor from hell. She's really good, but nothing gets by her. Like, if you notice on my videos, you never see anyone cut me off or anyone slam on their brakes in front of me or anybody give me the finger because, you know, Terry eliminates that from the videos. Now, I have a friend in Maryland or Virginia, and he always says to me, in fact, he does music for my vids, a lot of original music, and he said, he is a sportster, and he goes, man, people in Phoenix, you never have any controversies. You never get tailgated or, you know, crowded or pushed out of your lane or anything. And I was like, oh, contraire. It happens all the time, but Terry chooses not to show it. You know, because you get negative, you know.
There are a couple instances where I've been cut off and stuff, but my GoPro died, so I didn't have it on camera.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. That technology kind of.
And I went off at him or something.
I haven't really had any like major incidences out there, and I ride every single day because I don't have a car or anything, so I'm pretty surprised with how like the streets are out there.
You should ride out in Scottsdale. You see that all the time.
What incidents?
Yeah, like people cutting you off, trying to brake check you, run you over, and all that.
So some of
Happens a lot in
snotty rich
Scottsdale.
people from, like, I don't know.
What up, fellas?
Hey, girl.
How's it going?
Girl.
It only took you an hour and a half to figure it out.
Hey. I'll do this. I gotta spend time with the family.
All right, whatever excuse you need to use is fine.
Float your boat. How's everybody doing?
You know.
Fantastic.
So,
What is up with that lag? Holy crap. Hold on just a second.
Holy shit, what the hell?
oh God, was that Tony? Tony, you're
Hey,
deafening
Tony.
me with my own music. You're just
Sorry,
watching.
I was watching one of your videos, and I guess the sound came through the.
It sure did.
I think you keep replaying the intro.
I need a
What?
more annoying song for my intros.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Do you want to sing a song for me?
No, I'm okay. You can use my
Minnesota's
little
Jim.
dub chord.
Your what?
My dub chord on my videos.
Alright, we are now copywritten.
I did not do that.
I
You
know.
didn't play the
it
whole
was-
song, so it's not technically.
That was like 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I counted exactly.
So when everyone wonders why my account is banned, you guys can go to Minnesota.
You're welcome.
Well, that's how you get away with the holler back bullshit, you know?
What?
The holler back. You know, like the holler back Willie on my channel.
Oh.
That stupid crap. I just thought it'd be funny because I've seen so many videos use it, you know, and the impact to the beat just looks really funny.
Yeah, it was pretty clever actually.
I must have watched that like 50 times, man, and just laughed my ass off.
So does anyone else like make videos for themselves? You're like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this when I'm old. I don't really care who likes it. It's just like I'm gonna
You
make
mean
it.
like when you watch it in
What
the
kind of
future?
videos?
Like when you watch your video more than anyone else does.
That's the only reason I make videos.
I watch them like one time and then that's it. I don't watch it again.
You're like, it's good enough.
Yeah.
I love my talent.
I guess me and Tony are just really self-absorbed.
Yeah, I'm my biggest fan.
Well, somebody has to be.
You go to your own meetups.
Dude, half my subscribers are other email addresses I use.
There are just 58 different accounts.
You watch it on every other account.
Comment, ooh, you're a good writer. Dude,
That's a solid day right
whoa, how'd
there.
you do that wheelie?
That was a great Willie, Tony. Thanks, Tony.
I mean, Bob.
That's what I wanted to do in Gigawatt's chat yesterday. Gigawatts had a chat, and I was watching it, and I don't really know much about computers or anything, and I asked my wife, but she was busy. I said, hey, let's set up a fake account, and we'll ask all these questions about Timages, like how cool he is, and say, like, do you know Timages, and do you hang out with Timages?
What?
Stuff like that.
He never
It's like
invites
I
me to his
jacked.
chats.
Oh, no,
Big-
no.
Did anybody do his chat yesterday?
No, he doesn't invite anybody. He's trying to join up with all them Cali vloggers. Thinks he's special.
Boo. Hashtag.
Hashtag boo.
I couldn't join them yesterday.
I don't even know you had it.
For some reason, I was trying to join with my phone and it just didn't let me. I had like a 30-minute lunch break. I was gonna interrupt it.
Whose little child is that I can hear?
That's me.
Cool. That's really something.
Yeah. Ooh. Crazy.
So what is the earliest everyone started riding? Did you guys get mini bikes as kids or
Yeah.
17.
dirt bike? Yeah. What kind did you get?
And I rode a WR250, I think.
Nice. One of them old ass ones.
No, it was like a, I don't know, like an '06.
Nice.
Yeah, I just started riding like about 8 months ago.
Really?
Then when I
Yeah.
turned 18, I bought the bike I have now.
You've had it for that long?
How old do you think I am?
I don't know.
Guess.
Like
You-
35?
35.
How old are you?
Yes, I guess. Just guess.
26.
You're 20.
You're only 22?
No, you're 19, right?
Yeah.
So I was close.
You know
Wait,
I'm
what?
turning 26 tomorrow?
Happy birthday.
It's kind of ridiculous that...
I nailed it. Somebody's 26. Hell yeah.
Who
I
else
give
is
it a booty for
26?
that.
I am.
You're 26, Tony?
Yeah.
Why do you look like 30 years older than me?
Because
Because
I
of
have
the beard.
Because I can grow a beard.
He looks like a man. That's
He
why.
looks like
I am a man.
It's all that Jack Daniels. We gotta catch up. It's alright, my childlike wonder has not died yet. So,
I'm about to kill it for you. If I don't shave my neck, the hair on my beard will like literally go all the way down.
nice. You're like from belly button to chin, hairy.
Yeah, that's no joke.
That's pretty extreme.
It is. I'm like part Hungarian or something.
I gotta like struggle to push one out of my nipple, you know? It's like
wow.
I don't have that problem.
I'm like with like an Olympic swimmer, you know? That's what you can.
When I go in the pool, I look like a pile of seaweed just drifting along.
Seaweed.
Oh, you're that thing in my shower drain.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's gross, bro.
Like some kind of shower.
Damn,
Oh,
that gives me
man.
some holiday gift ideas for Tony. Are we all doing Secret Santa this year?
A razor.
Yes.
We're all best friends now, so kind of got to spend money on each other.
Hashtag
And a lot
besties.
of it. A lot of it.
Wow.
Well, I'll chip
You
in
have
for
to spend a minimum of $5,000.
All right, I'm gonna take out some debts, but I think
All
I
right.
can
I'm going to take out another student loan for this.
We should all just pitch in $100, buy a new bike, and then have a drawing.
No.
Let's do
No.
a race for it.
I would totally win.
We could fight in a cage.
Oh, there we go.
Winner gets a new
I'm up for a
R6.
cage match. Yeah.
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 Oh, we get some chairs and shit. We'll do it in Tony's house.
Thunderdome
Let's do
type
a,
of shit.
Thunderdome.
Tim would totally win.
Yeah, Tim would probably kick all our asses.
Yeah.
Dude, Tim, how much you squat?
How much do I squat? I
Yeah.
usually just in the morning.
How much?
About
What?
a pound or two.
Just once a day. I'm pretty normal. I pinch a loaf and that's about it. No. Oh man.
Oh, man.
I don't like to brag about my weightlifting accomplishments. But to tell you the truth, I don't lift a lot of weight. I really don't. I always lifted lighter weights and fast reps, a lot of reps. And 'cause I'm not a big person, and
Right,
it's really
you're jacked.
it's easy to get definition when you're skinny. I mean, it's really easy. So, yeah, it's not like it doesn't take a lot of work. And muscles have memory. Like from way back when I was young, I always played ball and stuff. So I always was in the gym or running or something. So I can take a whole year off and then hit the gym for 3 weeks, and everybody goes, "Holy shit!" Yeah, it's just DNA. It's nothing really. You know.
Nice.
And when you got a mug like mine, you have to have good abs or biceps or something to distract people from looking at it. It's all part of the plan, bros.
No, I see.
I'm fucked then.
Oh, shit.
So who didn't I ask? That one guy. How did you get into motovlogging?
Oh, there's this one guy, and I watched him.
Pretty much.
Yeah, one guy.
All the origin stories are the same. Can you make a different
No,
one?
And I said, hey, it's that one guy.
It's not your turn, Minnesota. Shut up.
Let me talk, damn it.
Take care of that real quick.
No, I didn't start motovlogging, like the whole YouTube thing. I wanted to do gaming. So
So you started off as a gaming channel then?
something like that. I just started off as a channel and didn't know what the hell I was gonna do with it. I kind of had a gaming in mind, and then Pelon got a bike, so started tinkering with his little 250 when he got it, and that's kind of what got me into it.
So when did you get your first bike?
Let's see, when did I come back from Texas?
Probably got around like what, June?
No, hell no.
Hell no.
See, I was back February, and then I had the Miata for about a month, so March-ish.
And is that the bike that you have now?
Yeah, that's the bike I have right now.
Just
The
keeping her running then?
I'm trying to. Hey, I only spent like $1,000 on a Miata that I traded it for. The Miata was a piece of shit, so
That's pretty good.
The Miata, a car Miata?
yeah.
No, the Miata boat.
Does that come with a
Miata
mini
boat.
skirt? When you buy one of those, do you get like a mini skirt with it?
Hey, don't knock the Miatas, man. The
Something
Miata,
similar, Tim.
I drove a Fiero for a while. I got that shit all the
Dude,
time. Did you
that
ever buy yours
Miata-
one, buddy?
that Miata was super fun to drive, dude. Super fun.
Did you drift it?
Did you drive your boyfriend around?
Both of them, yeah. Yeah. They alternated weekends, so it was pretty cool.
So do you have a car? Or is that truck yours? Or do you just have your bike?
I have my bike. I had a car, and it was a piece of shit. I hated it.
Very nice.
My girl has a car, so whenever we need to go out somewhere and it's raining, we just use her car.
You don't just wrap up with like a raincoat and say fuck it?
Giant condom, that's what I use.
Well, that's what I gotta do. Nobody else here has just a bike, huh?
I did when I first moved out here.
Nope.
When I first moved here, all I had was I don't know if you guys remember, I had a GPZ 750.
Back in the
They
day.
were
I remember
turbos.
that back in the
Those
day.
bikes were insane. But I only lasted 1 year without buying a car. I mean, it just was, I couldn't handle it. It was too hot in the summer, and then the weather gets in the winter sometimes, it just sucked.
Yeah, the desert can be pretty miserable.
Oh, dude, when I started riding in the summer, it was horrible. I didn't have any gear at all.
Oh, shit.
I got darker as hell. I worked out in the oil field when I was out in Texas, and I got darker by riding my bike than I did when I was working out in the oil field.
You worked in the oil fields?
Yeah, I did.
I saw a reality show about that. I used to watch it from time to time, and I thought that was kind of fascinating. Well, every one of those guys that works on those things, it looks like, Adonis or something. I mean, they're pretty buff dudes. It must be really hard work, is all I could figure. Though you can't tell from TV,
Yeah, it's fun. It depends on what you do, but it's really good money. But the hazard for it, I don't think it's worth it.
You know those offshore drillings that they do, oil? They make the cons do it.
Really?
Yeah,
The
if
prisoner,
they die,
yeah,
then
like-
nobody gives a crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they make really good money too.
Oh yeah, it's really good money.
What's the coolest job you guys ever had? Of all the jobs you've ever had, which one did you
Prostitute.
like the best?
Chippendales. I mean,
You mean like those cartoon chipmunks?
yeah.
Sure.
You were an exotic dancer?
I was a cartoonist. I mean,
I was a part of the
You gotta
mafia.
continue the story, man.
I came out in a string bean costume and just kind of slowly rolled it down.
I'm never gonna see you the same way again.
You know what's funny though, Alpha? Remember when we your work and had some dinner together with your
Aw.
brother and your girlfriend or your wife?
Aw.
Yeah, I made him food.
Yeah.
Go on, Tony.
I almost convinced his girlfriend that I was a male stripper.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I
Magic
almost
Tony.
convinced her that I was that I worked at Dick's Cabaret.
That's
Tony's-
hilarious.
What's your
Tony's my
stage
idol.
name, Tony?
Dick's Cabaret.
He's Rocket T.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
All right, guys, I gotta get a bed 'cause I gotta get my ass up really early.
You're not allowed to leave.
Too bad, I'm leaving anyways.
Okay, bye.
Kick him quick.
Bye.
All right, see you guys. See you guys Saturday if we're doing that commercial.
Right. The
Right.
commercial.
So yeah, just keep me updated on that.
All right. You know, that's something we have to plan, though. We have to plan that so it's, you know, I mean, kind of like have a plot or whatever, you know, and a location. And
We'll
Let's
just
break into
mix-
a dead community in Scottsdale and see what happens. That'll be our commercial. Come join us.
All right.
Let's just go to a gay bar and do that. We'll
you
just
can do
like
that.
film there.
do you know
That'd
where
be
we're
great, man.
Do you know
you,
where?
you
do
do
you
the
know
filming and get us the footage. We'll go ahead and edit it for you.
Yeah, this
We'll
is
just
true.
have Alpha in the corner next to a couple like big old gay dudes. That'd be great, man.
In a trench coat, you know, filming.
In your string bean costume.
Yeah. Don't knock the streaming costume.
I'll wear my banana suit.
There you go. See, brainstorming.
Oh,
Power of brainstorming.
a little off topic, but I had this idea I wanted to run past everybody. I was thinking of
my
doing like a. What was that?
I said, oh my gosh.
All right. Thought you were interrupting me or something.
Okay, continue.
I wanted to do like a mini documentary about motovlogging.
Go for it.
How does that sound?
Go for it.
Like go around and interview pretty much everybody that I can. Turn it into like a. Does that sound gay or what?
No, it sounds like a good idea. I think it's cool. I'm in if you do it. Let me, you know, I mean, anyway, I can help or be part of it. I think it's a cool idea.
Like a legit documentary or a
Yeah, 'cause I haven't-
mockumentary?
No, like a legit one. I haven't done like a mini like film, like a mini movie on my channel at all. So I think it'd be kind of cool to actually like, you know, take some time and compose like a actual little documentary of like what we do, how we do it, why we do it.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, a little in-depth, you know, look at motovlogging.
It'd be kind of cool, I think. I haven't seen one yet. I mean, I'm sure there's one or two out there, but I haven't like really like looked for them. But I think it'd be fun to do. Because now that I know a bunch of you guys.
Well, we obviously know Tony's a stripper.
Yeah, what did you do before motovlogging?
I was a stripper.
It was pretty
It was an
serious with the
all-time
stripping.
low in my life.
That was the high. What are you talking about? I
I
lay
hit
top
rock
now.
bottom. Life is like a box of chocolates.
They called me Harry Thunder.
Harry Thunder
Rocket
down under.
Thunder.
He's
You know,
the
I-
thunder from down under.
There was this guy. One of the funniest things I ever heard about like hairy guys was there was this guy on my carpentry crew. He was kind of new and he looked like he was kind of hairy, but who gives a shit? Everybody's working. And one day he took off his T-shirt and he looked like a grizzly bear. And my friend's up on the roof and the guy was handing him plywood. And my friend said, "Dude, how come you wear a sweater under your T-shirt?"
Oh shit!
I couldn't stop laughing for like 5 minutes. Maybe he had to be there, but it was hysterical. He goes, "How come you wear your sweater under your T-shirt?" And I looked at the guy. He was just covered in hair. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I'm not
did.
that bad.
There weren't enough razor blades for that guy on the planet. It was pretty funny. A nice guy though, but you know, the sun got to him. He didn't last through the summer. Yankee guy.
So let's start filming this documentary.
How about you
Right
all
now.
film it and I'll put my name on it?
No.
Deal?
Oh, there you go.
Let's all pool our money together and pay someone from Hollywood to do it.
Yeah, then we can be on TV. I'll just start sending it to like all.
Better yet,
mean,
we'll
like,
sell it to
Hollywood?
HBO for like $1 billion.
I'll take
sell
half that.
I'll sell it for $10.
Dude, Hollywood's already got it, man.
They
That
got
dude
Dan.
from The Walking Dead. Yeah. Norman Reedus is doing a motovlog series.
Oh yeah, huh?
Is that going to be a part of The Walking Dead, or is that going to be separate?
Is he
Oh,
doing
no,
like?
it's separate.
Is
like
it
a
gonna be
6
just like his Like, what are the episodes even going to be about?
Norman
Just like
Reedus.
his vlogs? Or is it going to
From
be
what
like?
I read,
Go ahead.
it was like he's gonna do basically writing and then like motorcycle culture and he's gonna visit some shops and shit.
Hmm.
Yep.
That Norman
Oh,
Reedus
God,
is
AMC.
Dan sold us out, guys. Dan sold us out.
I don't. I don't know if it's good or bad that like they're getting so big because they're bringing a lot more people to YouTube or to the motovlogging scene, like awareness. But at the same time, it's like those are the spokespeople. You got Dan and Jake.
And I see where you're going with that. I mean, I
Tread
not the
lightning.
most sophisticated guys on the planet, probably.
They're definitely the most like popular and energetic. Like they got that, but like if you're gonna look, because you're gonna look at the two top guys and you're gonna judge all of motovlogging for that.
You know
Oh
what?
yeah.
One thing I think is really bizarre is those guys have so many. I mean, they have a lot more subscribers than Suburban Delinquent, and his vids are light years ahead of theirs, in my opinion. As a consumer, as someone that watches, I mean, he has better riding, he has better scenery,
Yeah.
they're just better overall than Dan's or Jake's or.
Well, it's because he actually goes out and rides to destinations while those guys just ride around, their area.
But
Yeah.
that's what sucks about like YouTube. Even if you are the most deserving for the attention and like people should be watching you because your shit is like, professional and really good. Like it's just, it's more. I don't know. I think it's just like so many kids on. There's pretty much kids on YouTube, majority I'd say. And like when you get Dan and Jake, they're real sporadic, like with their editing.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you don't have to like really follow a story that anyone's saying. It's just kind of a bunch of random shit in your face. And
Yeah, it changes up real fast. Yep.
that's kind of what the most popular stuff is now. But if you compare that to like an actual real, like, cognitive vlog that has like a beginning and end, a story, like that one's obviously better, but it's not going to hold the attention the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just it's weird.
Did someone say that Norman Reedus is going to be doing motovlogs? Is he's going to actually do a series of them?
Yeah, he is.
He's an interesting person. I bet they'll be really heavily produced and, be really expensively made, and they'll probably be very good.
He is, and that's what sucks about it, is I would totally watch that.
What's here? We'll see how good he is.
Yeah.
Norman Reedus. Ride.
Did you guys ever see a movie he was in from like a long time ago? It's called The Boondock Saints. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watch that from time to time still. It's pretty cool.
It's an amazing
good
movie.
Mm-hmm. Really.
That's what we call a classic.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't take that one off the shelf.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a good movie. My friend and his brother have the same tattoos on their hands.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is
Forgive
cool.
and forget.
I'm gonna get it on my face.
Yeah, I have a friend that has
do
one
it.
for,
Face tattoos. They're really handy in job interviews, I think.
oh yeah.
It shows your creativity and willing for innovation.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
I don't have any tattoos, not one. I'm
I
afraid
kind of
of
want to
that.
get a couple.
Let's all go get one.
But here's what the reason what's holding me back is like 30 years from now, I'm going to be like, why did I do this? I don't want this anymore.
That's why you get it on your butt so you barely see it.
It was cool when I was younger, but I'll be like 50 years old and be like, I don't want this anymore.
Then you can
Kermit
laser
the
it
Frog,
off.
dude.
Dude,
Yeah, I
Kermit.
wonder with Timages, I don't have
That's
one either.
expensive though, laser
Kermit
off.
the Frog.
I went to get one once, and my buddy was ahead of me, and I watched, and it just looked like it was ridiculous. This greaseball guy digging on you with a needle and a gun that made noise. I was like, nah, man, I'll go buy more beer with my money, thanks. I left.
You're gonna have to go to a little more high class little joint for that one.
Well, you had
Let's
to
go to
wipe.
Scottsdale and get tattoos.
You had to wipe your feet when you left this place. I mean, it was that bad. The floor was all sticky and shit.
What is with you in Scottsdale?
It's rich
It's where you want to live.
with heritage and money.
I want to go to Scottsdale,
Scottsdale and
where the sidewalks are gold.
lots of just lots of shiny stuff. And yeah,
Yes, caviar for the cats.
yeah, it's kind of yeah.
Hey, according to the last census, which was I think 8 years ago, Glendale had more millionaires than Scottsdale.
Really?
Yeah. Glendale
You're
had
welcome.
more millionaires than Scottsdale did.
I gotta start playing the lottery more.
I was really shocked.
I've heard parts of Paradise Valley has got some nicer areas than some Scottsdale areas.
That's what's crazy about Arizona. It's just so random all over the place.
Yep.
Right.
Cut up.
Like parts of Phoenix here, like if you go down Bethany Home Road, you'll hit some kind of and then you'll hit some of these really nice houses and green grass, and then you're back to kind of
Soda
Yeah,
sopa.
That's true.
I think that's so the rich people don't have to go far, to get drugs and prostitutes, I think. It's for a matter of convenience, that's all.
What are you mumbling, Tony?
I said I totally know what you're talking about. Soda sopa.
Shit, that's gonna be my neighborhood soon.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
Scott,
It'd be full of hipsters.
or how about we pool our money together and live in a big house in Scottsdale?
Deal. That would be pretty cool, actually.
We could call it the motor, or have you ever guys seen the show Blue Mountain State?
Yep.
Yeah.
We could call it the Motovlog House instead of it's the goat house, the Motovlog House.
Then all we gotta do is get a few videos up, and then we get fucking film crew down there. We're gonna be on TV.
Right.
No time. We'll be the new Kardashians.
The New Jersey Shore.
You know that's going viral.
that Kardashians, man.
The New Jersey Shore.
I can see it now. 8 motovloggers, 1 house.
Holy
All fighting for the same viewers.
We should approach MTV with that, I think.
That'd be cool. Everyone's done that
They
yet.
would probably do it for SE. MTV does anything.
Hey, I'll be happy with a pilot, okay? I will not-
Most pilots are guys.
What?
Yeah, fun fact.
Happy with a pilot. Never mind. That was ridiculous. Can I take that back?
I got it.
It is recorded and on the air.
In YouTube history forever.
Yeah, that's one thing about the internet.
You're screwed.
Yep.
Life.
It occurred to me that the first dual vlog I did for YouTube, I was going to meet Minnesota, and I was riding there, and I was thinking,
right.
I didn't announce it because I knew my wife would edit it, but I was thinking, this is the first time I met somebody on the internet, and it wasn't for sex.
You totally should have put it in there.
Harry eliminated that right off the bat. She would have, so I didn't really even say it. But I was thinking that I'm like,
Maybe
well,
maybe I could have stood by the corner, Tim, and just.
I hope he's cute. That's what I was thinking. No. No, hey, I'm really glad I met you guys because I just riding around, and most of my friends and associates think I'm insane for having a bike, much less riding it around Phoenix. And a lot of my real close peers, they're just not into it at all. And you guys have given me a lot of energy and, kind of helped my attitude a little bit too. I was in a kind of a dark spot. Not dark spot, that sounds retarded, but I was bored. Yeah, I was just bored, and and this came along, and I'm really thankful for it. It's pretty cool.
Nice, man.
You're welcome.
But if it all went away tomorrow, I'd still ride Ava and just wouldn't talk. I mean, I wouldn't have a camera, and I've loved bikes since I was 12 years old. And,
Oh, yeah.
you said before what was the first bike we ever had, and you have to Google this. My uncle bought a scooter made by a company called Cushman. I don't know if you guys have even heard of that.
I have heard of Cushman.
They were indestructible scooters. we kept it at our cottage, and my uncle taught me how to ride it and stuff. And after I had a couple lessons, I could just go all over the place with it. He was really a generous and cool guy, you know. And
Got
then
that back in the 40s, Tim?
no, actually, no, it wasn't that long ago. But right after that, we got a Honda Trail 70. I don't know if you guys remember those. You can Google those.
Oh, back in the day, the Trail 70s, man, they were kick-ass bikes.
3-speed transmission, had a clutch and everything. Actually learn how to ride the bike, you know, get your fundamentals.
Pop wheelies.
And then for my 16th birthday, I got a 250 Yamaha street bike. And it was my parents were tired of picking me up at football practice and baseball practice and soccer practice and stuff. So, you know, I mean, that way I could get myself to practice and school and home and everything. But Pittsburgh's not ideal for a motorcycle. 5 months, you just can't use it. You know, you have to put it away.
Yeah, that's sad. I can't even imagine rolling up into the garage. Like, all right, see you next year.
I know what that's like.
That's part of it.
I do not know your pain.
Well, go live in a cold state for a few months.
I would totally switch to a snowmobile, though. Come on.
But you can't ride it in this city.
How about a quad?
Yeah, I was thinking
No,
same
you
thing.
can't ride quads in
Why-
the city.
Why couldn't you get a dual sport and put tracks on it?
Paddle tires.
No.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-mm.
You just weren't trying hard enough, I think.
I think the same.
Should have maybe
No, man.
should have done car vlogs instead. Those are so exciting.
Today on Snowplow Vlog, we're going to push some
We're gonna
snow.
plow some snow. Okay, done. See you next week.
Look at all that salt.
We're gonna pile up some snow over here, okay?
That's one thing, though, about back east. I went out and bought a brand new CJ5 one year, and I bought it in August, and my dad said, he goes, hey, we'll get a power takeoff. And he actually bought me the plow, and the hydraulics went with it. And I paid for that Jeep in 2 winters. You know, shoveling out, plowing restaurants and different properties. And I made really good tax-free money, all cash, under the table. I paid off
the government. I'm telling the government you did that, Tim.
Well, the statute of limitations probably already passed because I'm 100 years old. But I paid off that truck so fast, you know, and it was pretty cool, and it's a good job too. I'd just sit in there with my Ozzy Osbourne cranking, and I'd plow snow, put some chains on it, and that CJ5 was indestructible. I ordered Quadra-Track, all 4 wheels spun, you know, no posi shit like that, nothing like that. It was real 4-wheel drive. Now that was back though. I don't know if you guys remember, back in the day, you actually could order a car. You know, you'd go into the dealer and say, I want this feature, that feature.
That's how if you want a Tesla, you have to order it.
Well, that's cool. I think that gives you some freedom of
Dealership
choice.
for Tesla. There's like a little, like a store in like some Scottsdale mall, and it says Tesla on it. And you go in there, you pick your color, and then you're like, okay, I want this. Like, okay, you know, we'll deliver it to your house in like, you know, a month or whatever.
Well, my wife's friends with one of their engineers. I wonder if he has anything to do with that store or anything. It's a couple that we know. They live in Chandler, I think, or Mesa. You know, he's a hippie guy.
I like Mesa.
You like Scottsdale.
I like Mesa. It's too expensive. Too many rich people in Scottsdale.
Mesa? You like Mesa, really?
Yeah. Scottsdale was voted like the #1 snobbiest like city in the country.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of the Rally Fighter?
No.
No.
All right, you got to Google it. Google local motors Rally Fighter. If I was gonna order a car, it would be that one.
What is it? I mean, it's a sports car, or?
I always feel
It's
really weird when I drive my crappy
everything
Honda
car.
into Scottsdale. Everybody gives me weird looks.
Rally Fighter. I'll check that out.
All right, next
Google
vlog, we're going to Scottsdale. And we're going to throw change at people or something.
I think
You
we
can
should
offer
go there.
rides, dude.
We should go there and just let Ryan do burnouts.
What?
We should go there and let Ryan do burnouts all over Scottsdale.
Should I?
Give them some rubber smell.
Oh, cops! They'd call the cops on me real quick.
Who's Ryan?
Do you have any green
Green
coupon?
They'd be like, "Oh yeah, we got a motorcycle doing burnout. Get a sheriff over here immediately."
They'd probably just citizens arrest you.
They would
Have their-
probably just take my plate number and report it, and then
They'll have their butler tackle you.
yeah.
What
Driver.
part of Sc-
In order to promote the burnouts and such now.
Driver, run him off the road. Yeah, I could see it. Let's go flip everybody off. That'll show them.
Cricket? Cricket?
No, the cricket's dead.
Oh.
He dead.
He gone.
He gone.
There's like two parts of Scottsdale, though. There's South Scottsdale and then North Scottsdale.
It's all the same, Tony.
It's not. South Scottsdale's ghetto. It's like Glendale
Yeah,
of the East Valley.
Barely.
Early.
Oh God, there's weeds in their yards. They're so
You know.
ghetto.
Compare Indian
That Maserati dealership is so underfurnished, okay?
Sad.
Yeah.
All right, so when's our next
Ride?
quadruple vlog?
What do you mean quadruple vlog?
All right, you're not in it.
Well, we can connect our
Oh,
Sena
boy,
with my headset over the phone.
That's
Okay.
true.
Duct tape a phone to my helmet.
We'll conference call everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
It'll be great.
Six-way calling.
There'll be just so many conversations going on. You don't just can't understand what's happening.
Right.
That's what we need to pull off.
Yeah, we can do that right now.
I doubt that.
So when's this Jerome trip happening?
When do you want it to happen?
Whenever I fix my bike.
All right, so next year.
I don't know.
No, we want to do it in the springish. You know, when all the pollen's out and gets in your eyes and shit.
Nice.
We want to make it as hard as possible to ride.
When all the motovlogs will sound like...
Yeah. Dude.
Just we'll hand out complimentary dust masks. Be fine.
boxes of tissues.
On the reverse side is the map of your destination. There's not a flame on it. You can go ahead and read it.
There's a river in Illinois where like if you like take your like boat on there, you'll get like all these like I don't know, I think it's carp that they'll just start jumping in your boat.
Yeah.
And so like you'll see these videos of people like water skiing or wakeboarding and they just have like a fish net and they just start jumping at them and this guy's trying to catch them all. That looks really fun. I think we should do that.
We should do that in Scottsdale, but
Good idea, but
we'll catch $100 bills.
$100 bills will be flying out of the water.
You just
Yeah.
walk down the street, people throw money at you to go away.
It would hurt a lot less than getting a carp in the nuts. Can you imagine that?
Think if I was going to the carp lake, I would wear a cup.
Some leaping carp right in the balls. Oh. That would suck. Well, they are bottom feeders, I guess, so. Never mind. I'll drop that right there.
All right.
That turned into a pretty good joke.
You know what, though? One time in high school, we skipped school to go fishing and drink beer. And
Just that one time.
well, one time that was
I'm
memorable
at
because
band camp.
well, no, we had this idiot friend who never fished ever, and he went to cast and he let go of the
Died.
rod. He let go of the rod and it went out in the river. And so my friend kept drinking beer and put a big heavy weight and a big hook, and he kept casting out hoping to catch this rod. And after about 4 hours, he actually caught the rod that my buddy threw out while he was casting. And that stuck with me all these years. What determination, or else very good drugs, one or the other. He just kept casting repeatedly. He was going to catch that rod, and he finally did. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, he's in prison now, but he was a nice guy when I knew him. No, I'm just kidding. But he just stood there casting repeatedly and reeling it in. I was like, dude, you're insane. I guess I'm going to get that rod. Okay, whatever.
I don't know how relevant that story was, but I will apply it to my life.
You know what? It's probably completely irrelevant, but that's
Change
just
day
me being me.
in your life.
What?
I have a Dr. Phil soundboard somewhere.
Do you agree that you smoke pot?
I'm sorry, what?
Nobody really cares.
That was a long time ago. I didn't inhale. I just wanted to hang out with the cool kids. I didn't inhale.
Yesterday was pretty long.
I swear.
Hello?
Hello?
Dr. Phil, you gotta grow up.
You kind of sounded like him a little bit.
Loudest and last ain't right.
You got Tim bewildered right now.
Yeah, you do.
Just the grow up part, I found that really offensive because I never want to do that, ever. It just can't happen.
Do you go into the store and steal groceries?
No, I've never stolen anything in my life. I was 6 years old. I stole a squirt gun at a dime store, and I got caught by my dad. He takes me into the manager's office, and they threaten my life with plastic handcuffs and shit. And
This is going to be a changing day in your life.
I never steal. I don't steal. I'm not against any other crime, but stealing's. You know, I think that's karma. You steal and you come out and your bike's gone like the next day or something.
This is a big deal.
I can't have it.
You're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Now, I'm not sure what benefit you got out of being a drunk pimp.
Dr. Phil, you're killing me.
I had to mute myself.
Just wanted to call and remind you, you don't matter.
What's this turning into a love story?
I remember soundboards. That shit's so old. I haven't heard of a soundboard in like 8 years. It was like high school.
About you. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Dr. Phil.
All right.
And mute.
That was funny.
Did you just have a stroke?
Yeah, I died. I'm dead.
Can I have your bike?
Sure.
You're a ghost now. You're not really going to use it. Can you buy the pipe first?
No, you gotta buy that separately.
I'm just going to cut it, make it shorter. I'm going to go open heads. Just flame shoot straight to the ground.
Dude, part of my swing armor is burnt. I don't know if you've ever noticed.
You're just burning character onto your bike.
No, it's from my exhaust popping because it shoots flames.
And what's your problem?
What?
And what's the problem?
Problem is, I don't have an exhaust.
Yeah,
Still don't see the problem.
Problem is, I got distracted and I'm
Just shove a bunch of napkins in there. You'll be fine.
Let's just shoot right back out.
Just go slow.
Yeah.
Never.
Just don't even ride your bike. Just just sit on
Just
it.
sit and stare at it.
And it'll be so quiet you won't even know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can give it to me and you'll never hear it again.
You want it? For free?
Yeah, I'll pick it up today. I'm coming over right now.
Okay, how about better yet, I'll just go over to your house and give it to you. That way I don't have a ride home.
No, it'll be more awkward when you're like sitting on my porch, like all sad. And I'm like,
I'll shut a tear rope.
Anyways, who is not asleep?
I'm awake.
You're still alive, Tony?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Lies.
Well,
I
I
tried.
figure out how to record my screen.
How to record it? You need fraps.
Screen. Oh well, I have Windows 10, right? And it has an
I have
Xbox
Windows
app,
98.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
and it has its own screen recorder. But I don't know if it actually records everything or just a game screen.
Oh my god, I'm popular.
What are you talking about?
What?
What?
I'm gonna get fraps.
I was thinking about doing a gaming channel, then I realized how much like work it is to edit all that.
I
then
still
I'll-
want to do a gaming channel.
Well, you want to edit my gaming channel, and then
Oh, hell no.
yeah,
I
you see.
actually have a gaming channel. I just haven't put anything on it.
I started a gaming channel back when I was like 13.
I see
I
it's
deleted
made
it.
you super popular, and you're famous now.
And I deleted it.
What did
I have
you? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a bunch of games that I have saved to put on there, but the copyright laws and everything else
I
that goes on.
just have a
it,
feeling like the gaming community thing is not as popular as it used to be.
Well, I mean it's pretty big, but
I mean, I think it's kind of dwindling.
They're kind of the only ones that really make it over 1 million subs.
Yeah.
A small channel.
yeah.
You know, that one guy's huge at, what's, PewDiePie or something like that?
Is he
Yeah.
still the top? He's like 42 million
He's
or
got-
something.
some of those gamers
Yeah.
kind of fallen off the.
He's the most watched, but not the most subscribed,
That's weird.
or vice versa.
You know, it's like a train. To me, I'm not a gaming person or anything, but I watch his videos and something about it, I can't take my eye off the guy. There's something about him. He's just kind of weird and humorous, and his girlfriend's completely hot. That
Yeah,
keeps.
she is.
Ah, that's what it is. Tim's hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's real cute, and she seems like she's really cool too. So, but I don't understand how a gaming channel. I mean, I don't see what the draw would be. I mean, at least we have action and outside and scenery and stuff like that.
Sunlight.
It's
I think it's because it's relatable.
Yeah.
It's like
watching TV.
It's like how my pit bike videos are real popular because younger viewers can actually get pit bikes and ride them. I mean, they can't go out and get the street bike till they're older.
And
I'm
also
also-
the game channels, they have a lot of the trolling. So when someone's doing like really good and the other opposite team gets like super pissed and they start talking crap, I love watching that shit. That shit's so funny.
Yeah, trolling's pretty good.
How long ago was your pit bike thing?
The most popular one's a little ways back. I don't remember. You know, scroll down a little bit. It's like 2 pages back.
Oh,
I think it just hit 75 or something.
views.
Yeah,
70.
that's the only reason anybody's known about my channel.
Oh, here's what I'll do. Better yet, just go most popular. Bang! Wow. You made another one, but that.
There's a few of them.
You
I'm
got
surprised
one.
how many cop ones I have.
Oh, it was this past summer.
Yeah, sure did a lot. Good thing I filmed it so I remember what I did.
Sick tats, bro.
I know. That's why I want you to get some. Then we can be like bros together.
Let's just get full like arm tats.
I'm almost there.
That's gonna be a lot of money in the end.
No, counterfeit bills is how it works.
Yeah.
I got a printer, man. So you kind of a brony kind of guy, or you want to get like a skull?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought I would start with some tribal stuff on my shoulder and work my way down on different designs.
So a skull unicorn?
Yeah.
A unicorn.
How about the Victoria's Secret little thing? Their love pink.
Oh, tramp stamp, yeah.
Yep.
You should get a mustache on the side of your index finger so when you hold it up, you got a mustache.
That's a good idea. No pain, no gain.
It doesn't even hurt. Like, when I got my Phoenix one, I seriously fell asleep. But it is the location that I got it on. My forearm, like, it doesn't really hurt there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just start with the little one. See how far you can go. Why don't you get my logo tattooed on your butt?
That's a great idea.
I'll give you no money
That's an idea.
and one whole thumb up if you do it.
Did you know
Thumb up where?
there's like there's like this art museum in New York, and you can stick your arm through it and you'll get a tattoo for free.
I saw that. That was pretty cool.
But the thing is, you don't know like
What it is.
what it is, but
Some of them were coming out good though.
right.
But it'd suck if you got some like weird ass thing that you hated, even if it looked really good. Or that guy's just in a bad mood that day. He's like, you know what? This guy's getting a dick.
I'm just gonna draw some scribbles.
He just starts doing self-portraits on everybody.
You
That's
guys
what I would
remember
do.
that show on what was it
I've seen some horrible ones on
Nightmare Tattoo or something like that?
Nightmare Tattoo, yeah.
Wasn't that show the really fake one that was just like ridiculous to watch?
I don't know, but there was
Tattoos.
penises all over his fucking all over his arm and shit.
Tattoos. Snapback and tattoos. Oh, so I'm gonna wear a snapback and we'll have tattoos all over my body.
Right.
Right. Exactly. My point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying too.
What's going on, huh? No? You ready for bed?
Holy shoot.
You wanna play some zombies?
All right, the customary dead silence is about to take place.
In 3, 2, 1, dead silence. Oh.
You ruined it.
That's
cool. Entertaining is hard.
What you said that you asked like what made people start motovlogging and that. I was just curious, like why someone would get their first tattoo. What motivated you to get your first tat?
Oh, it's a sad but really cute story. Actually, it's
Yeah,
not sad or cute. The raven that I got on my left arm was for my niece. I actually did a video about it. It's the one where I stood on my tank. Pretty much, her name is Raven, so I got it the day she was born.
That's cool.
And then I liked the feeling of getting a tattoo and to actually have something like art on my skin that I went and got the Phoenix, because I was born in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, just like the meaning of Phoenix is how they rise from the ashes. It means a lot to me.
My nephew he's really into his Irish heritage, and it says Ireland across his shoulders, and he's a pretty big kid. He works out in that. It says Ireland across his back shoulders in like kind of an arc. And he came over that day, and the first day he got it, and he takes off his shirt, and he goes, "Hey, Uncle," he goes, "look at my tattoo." And it said Ireland, and I go, "Dude, how come it says Iceland on your back?" And he goes, "What?" He goes in the mirror to look. He had to make sure. I had him going for a minute. I said, "Dude, he put Iceland on your back, man." I mean, he didn't believe me, really. He already saw it in the mirror there, but it took a couple of days to do it.
I have 10 viewers.
We have 10?
We're about to do a stream from that comment. They're like, "Oh, I'm still watching this?"
Alright guys, I gotta put the little one to sleep.
Alright, so we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Maybe. I don't know, it depends.
It's a lie. We know you're not coming back. You don't need an excuse. Just go sleep.
I probably won't come back, no.
See?
I'm gonna go to bed and cuddle up. Shit, fuck that.
We'll see. You gotta stream from your bed. That's where you're messing up, man.
Hell nah. I gotta mute all night. Fuck that. Alright, guys.
Oh, thanks for joining.
I feel like our little group is getting smaller.
Alright, guys, have fun.
We'll see you Tuesday for the barbecue.
Wait, what barbecue?
There's a barbecue? What?
Food? What? Where?
I joined in late. What's up? What's going on?
I was just lying to make you stay longer.
Alright.
I mean, no, there is a barbecue.
Where?
So before I go, what's going on for tomorrow? You gonna do anything for your birthday?
Tomorrow I'm going to be probably doing family stuff, but I do want to get together with whoever wants to ride on Thursday. It'll probably
I want to
be
ride.
around noonish, and I don't know where or what we're
Noon
going to do.
o'clock?
Okay.
I don't know, whatever 12 means to you on a clock.
Noon o'clock.
Well, give me a heads up.
That's too
I'll go.
late.
I'll go. I'll cruise with you guys.
I'll definitely post it in our little hangout thing.
Cool.
Probably
Maybe
around
you gotta do
12-ish.
some big wheelies.
I'll meet up with you guys at like 7.
Deal.
I'll
We'll be
right
at your
there
house
with you,
for
Tony.
we'll hit your house for the barbecue.
Hey, speaking of barbecues, when it starts to warm up, I'm gonna have an Arizona vloggers, motovloggers party at my house in the pool, and we'll make food and have some beers and stuff. And I mostly want to fill up my driveway with cool bikes and
You had me at
Does-
beers, Tim.
So that means I'm not invited?
You're invited.
I just got
Awesome. Alright, guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon.
that. Sleep
All right,
well.
peace.
Later.
Have a good night.
Y'all
Huh?
too.
Make sure to thumbs down the video so we know you're here.
No, I like giving thumbs up.
Don't conform with everybody else. We got 0 thumbs down.
Fine, I'll give you thumbs down.
That's what I thought.
Alright, boss.
Do we have any thumbs up?
Well,
Yes.
looks like a few.
I think we have 7.
Did he actually give us a thumbs down? I'll be disappointed if he didn't.
Refresh.
Alright, you guys make up a topic while I answer some questions.
There's questions?
Oh, for me there is.
Yeah.
You go. Well, let's see here. Let me dig down in the topic hat here what I can pull out.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Ugh.
We'll talk about snow.
No.
I don't miss it whatsoever.
When I was in the snow, I made 2 piles of snow.
Because everybody talks like that.
Everybody. Need your snow plowed? Call 222 snow.
222 snow. How about just snow?
Boom.
Tim, you should call your party BBB.
BBB?
How about double
Beer,
D?
bikes, and babes.
We don't have it. Let's just go with BB then. Beer and bikes and burgers. How about that?
Well,
That's 4 B's. How
3
about beers, bikes, babes, and burgers?
There you go.
And boobs.
Call it the Quad B in AZ.
That sounds like a really awesome bed and breakfast.
You know, what we could fill up my pool with some of our followers too.
How about Jello?
How about Jello shots?
Jello shots are fun.
That'd be pretty cool. It's just like, looks like the ball pit, you know, and then you just go to it and you sink.
And you just die of alcohol poisoning?
Yeah, you just like absorbs through the skin. You don't even have to drink. You just get in, get out. You're drunk.
Sounds like a great idea. Tim, get on it.
I'll start tomorrow. How much Jello would it take to fill up my pool? And how many bottles of? Well, we could make one big Jello shot pool.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in.
I'm in. Tim, you had me at beers when you talked about the thing.
Wait,
Beer?
wait. He's underage. Can't have
Bud
that.
Light.
Who has to find out?
It's on the internet, man. It's already out there.
God, Ryan, you will not only be the first person I met on the the internet that wasn't for sex. You'll be the first guy underage I ever bought beer for.
Well, I'm 19.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm not underage.
How old are you, bro? Really?
I'm 19. I'll be 20 in July.
I remember when Arizona used to be, if my memory serves me correctly, I think the drinking age here was 19 for a long time.
It was until I think like 85.
Yeah,
It used
I
to be
think- yeah.
18.
'Cause I came out here the first time for a Fiesta Bowl, and we were shocked. It's Pennsylvania. It's 21. It always has been 21. I'm surprised they haven't raised it to 25. They're so conservative back there. But we came out here and found out it was 19. That was, man, we could go to the bars legal. That was kick ass.
There's a few questions in side chat if you want to answer.
What are they?
Starting from Moto Glitter. If you guys were forced to put up your bikes, like us northern bikers, what would you do with your time?
Oh, that's easy. I did that. I put on my bike away for the winter last year when I was still in Minnesota. I did absolutely nothing but watch Netflix and play video games.
You just Netflix and chill.
Pretty
You,
much.
you sir, got the right answer.
But now I don't have to, so that's really nice.
That would be more gym time for sure. And
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty creative, so I'd probably jump on snowmobile vlogs. Yeah, I think
Yeah, but
that's
you
what I'd
can't
do.
ride snowmobiles in the city or any suburb area.
But who says I would do that? You can do dirt bike videos. I'm gonna go out in the snow and make like jumps and shit.
All right, well, you go do that.
Maybe I will, and I'll be famous.
Maybe you will.
Did you ever see those ice spikes where they have like nails coming out, like these big
Yeah.
long spikes in the tires?
The
Yeah.
guys that like stunt on lakes and stuff.
That looks insane. That's insane.
What about you, Tony? What would you do?
Oh, I'd totally hit up the gym and get my bro burn on.
Yeah, right on, brother.
So you're all
Yeah,
full.
I'm right there with you guys.
So everyone would just work out.
And then play on the computer, you know.
Me in Minnesota would wilt away watching Netflix as you guys get all buff as shit.
Yeah.
All right. I like it.
I can't see Minnesota wasting away.
He's calling you fat.
No, I'm not. He's a stout guy. He's not in danger of blowing away in any windstorm, that's for sure.
Then there's one from Red.
I already answered that. Sure, why not? Makes sense, right?
Because you're a sellout.
Well, technically, he said.
But I love you for it.
He said, or would you go out of your way for a big motovlogger?
Well,
shut up.
I did that sandwich thing for Sub D. I don't know if you want to call that out of my way.
Yeah,
just-
I would.
That looked cool on video, man. That
So I did that already.
I would totally go out of my way and be like, do it with Dan.
yeah, I don't know. I would do it if like we're gonna become friends, basically. Like if I'm actually gonna ride with this
Right.
guy and
Right.
like actually hang out with him, then yeah, I'd be like, hey, we're best friends now. Give me a shout out.
Do it. Just
Do it.
do it.
But if he's asking me like something ridiculous, like run out in the street naked just for like his video or something, just to get a shout out, I don't think so.
I would do that just for the hell of it.
You do that all the time.
When I gave that sandwich away to that homeless guy, for a split second I thought, what if this guy wasn't homeless? What if he's just like dirty and he's just putting something away in his backpack?
He's like, this asshole's giving me food.
Right. I would be like so embarrassed.
I was right behind you.
Now so I can actually give it to somebody who is homeless.
You should have like sat down and shared it with him. Be like, hey, dude, you want to share a sandwich with me? You just like totally get up on and start opening it and hand him half.
Right.
That's a video.
What would you do if he traded that sandwich for a crack rocket?
Yeah, you're enabling him.
I don't know. Well, that must have been a pretty expensive sandwich then.
Hey, that really.
Never mind. I mean, that guy was homeless. He looked like he had a busted nose, too.
Yeah, no, he had a sign saying he was. I read it when I drove by just to make sure.
A few years ago, I was working for Honeywell on Peoria and the freeway there. That freeway.
My friend's sister interned for them.
When I used to see this she was somewhat attractive woman. I was a bachelor then. She was somewhat attractive, and she was always on that freeway exit. And I stopped one day and gave her a bunch of money, and my supervisor happened to be outside smoking, and he saw me at the thing, and he saw me give her money, and I pulled in, and he goes, dude, you gave that woman money? And I go, yeah. And he goes, about 3 days ago, I saw her standing there, and a Jaguar pulled up, and she grabbed all of her stuff and got into a Jaguar. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I think that's what she does for her job. Why would she get in a Jaguar? And I'm like,
That's actually real popular now.
So she's getting paid.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But you see a lot of that. One time, Terry and I, we were going somewhere, and we had muffins or something, and she saw these people beside the road, and she offered them they were really healthy and good muffins, and they were kind of more interested in getting money, and that, I kind of remember that really weirded me out, like you offer them food in that, and they were disappointed, You know, I mean,
Yeah, because they already have money. Like,
yeah,
they can buy food. They want your money so they can, get a new car and shit.
a Jaguar.
But but I look at it like I'm a positive person. So even if you do like give somebody money and like you obviously see them go to like their new car, I don't like feel bad about it. I'm like, I did my good deed. Like, it's not my fault he's being dishonest. I'm still being a good person. So, but I only give people money that aren't asking for it. Like if they have a sign and stuff, I just pass by. But if I see somebody on the corner that's like at least playing an instrument or just I know that they need it, I'll totally just throw some money their way. Especially if I have extra cash.
Playing an instrument? Oh,
Yeah,
you
never like. Like actually working for it. I've only seen one person like this whole year ever like playing an instrument on the side of the road trying to get money. Everyone else is just holding some stupid sign.
So if
seriously.
If I ever need gas money, I can just find some bongos and go sit by the edge of your driveway.
Yes, I will throw change at you all day to play bongos for me.
Okay, cool. I'll be over tomorrow.
Deal.
I do have bongos.
We're gonna start up a pan flute band. It'd be great.
That way we can get money to ride out to California.
Deal. I do want to do that though, Tony. I want to fucking go back.
I want to go back.
I'm gonna take a month off of work and we're just gonna go.
Just put a
And
new.
we're gonna live on our bikes for a month.
Just put a new engine in it.
No, actually, my engine's strong.
Like bums who lives at the beach.
Hey, we can play our pan flutes.
Yeah.
That's how we'll get back. That'd be cool though. I would like in the spring though. I would like to make time to go to Cali.
Well, I plan on going out to that Motovlogger meetup. I think whenever they're doing it.
When's that?
I'd like to do that too. I would. That sounds good.
I heard from Omega. He said that they plan on doing it earlier, like in May or something.
Oh, so it's not
Stop
like
balls hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Guess I'll start saving some money.
But Omega said he's going, but he's gonna trailer his bike.
Aw, maybe I'll go with him.
Yeah, me too.
Deal.
I think the best thing to do is rent those low-profile U-Hauls. They got those little cubes that
That's a good idea too.
they
I don't
sit
know.
that high off the ground.
When mine broke, well, I guess that'd be a little cheaper. When mine broke down though, and I had to U-Haul it back, it was pretty expensive. It was a little over $400 just to drive from one way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could get one of the little trailers and just like tow your bike.
We'll hook it up to Jamie's car.
Yeah,
A
the
little
IQ.
IQ. It'll be great.
Totally.
It's as big as the car.
What kind of car does she have?
Scion IQ. It's pretty much the smart car's big brother.
I don't think she's gonna go for it.
We just got to install the hitch.
See,
I don't think she's gonna like this idea at all.
if I trailered my bike, I could totally take my girlfriend with me, which would work out so much better because she'd be pissed if she didn't go.
Jamie would be the same way. I want to bring her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's just get a U-Haul.
I pulled up beside one of those little cars just recently on Peoria at a red light, and I think my bike was as long as that car.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
It seemed funny to me. I felt safer than her, too, actually, to tell you the truth.
Moving out of the apartment was kind of a bitch. Who's taking pictures?
Hey, what's your cross streets? What's your cross streets now?
I'm at 82nd and Peoria. So I'm not too much farther.
No, same neighborhood.
Off of Peoria Avenue?
Yeah. I'm right there where I saw you, where I posted that picture of seeing Tim. In front of, I don't know, that's Sonic. There's Peoria High School is like right there.
Yeah, the old Peoria High School.
Yeah, the one that used to be the college. So I'm not too far from where I was, so meetups and stuff are not a problem.
No, we're neighbors, bro.
Pretty much.
I'm 71st and Cactus, so.
Me and Alpha used to be neighbors.
Yeah, Tony scared me away.
So sad. So sad.
The neighborhood went down. I had to get out of there.
My property value went down, and I'm jetted.
Ever since that Tony moved in.
Revving his motorbike all crazy like.
Let's cut your pipes. Let's at least drill them. Come on, Tony.
Oh, hey, man.
Come on. I got a drill. and I think a bit.
I should have got the that dude's exhaust. He was on a ZX14, and if you ever seen those cans, man, they're like 4 feet tall.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like my leg.
Yeah, exactly. I would have loved to have like put one of those on my bike.
It would whisper like a kitten. I don't even know it started. Let's take the baffles out.
Did somebody's cat meow?
That's my wife's cat.
That's the cat's meow.
Yeah, Terry's cat. It bothers me for food. Like at 4 in the morning, it wakes me up. It actually touches my face with her paw. You know,
Aw,
if
that's
she wants to eat or
cute.
something. Yeah, it's cute, and I guess I don't really. I'm not a big fan of it.
At least you don't have one of those jerk cats.
My
I had one of those. Peed on everything.
So-
Choked
girl
on
had
everything.
one of those.
What a bastard.
I once sold a Camaro because I left the windows down overnight or something. I got in there in the morning and I opened the door and I smelled it. Some cat got in there and just dotted all over the damn thing. That smell
Freaking
wouldn't go
disgusting,
away.
man.
Yeah, I just had to sell the car. I can't take that odor in a small space. Just can't.
What year of Camaro?
Well, this is a while back. It was an '83. It was real. It was pristine too.
Nice. When I was growing up, we had an '82.
Dude, is that car in your dad's driveway his?
Oh,
Because holy crap, the SS.
that's my
Freaking-
Nova.
Yeah, that's your Nova?
Yeah, brah.
Holy crap, dude.
And you said you didn't have a car, you liar.
Well, it's not in my name, and I let my dad drive it, and I pretty much just helped build it. So
Dude,
My dad used to have Nova.
what year is it?
it is a beautiful '74.
It is a super beautiful car.
Is that a hatchback or no?
It is a hatchback.
That's
Right on. You don't find them too often.
Is it like
Yeah.
a super sport or anything?
Yeah.
The hyped up one, the hopped up model, whatever.
Dude, it's super nice.
It's starting to become a fixer-upper, which I wish I had the money to fix it, make it real nice. But
Oh man,
yeah, it's one of those things.
you know, easy $4,000 put into that thing, it would be a show car.
That's true. Which I'd love to do.
My uncle had a 1970. It had a 307 in it, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. A 307,
You're wrong.
302.
305.
maybe. But he did some work on the engine, and that car was rocket fast. I mean, that was really a quick ride and nice looking too.
Yeah, I think
we
you're
had
right.
that thing today.
Yeah, I've had 4 different Camaros.
I want to get my hands on a '68.
There you go.
Good luck, dude. You got $40,000? I could hook you up.
I could get one for cheaper than that.
Good luck.
They're not all in museums, Tony.
Dude, they're in one of two conditions: either really shitty or really pretty.
I don't know what circles you're running.
Yeah,
in.
and the pretty ones cost. They break your bank.
Yeah, I can't. I never buy show stuff. I'm a fixer-upper kind of guy. So, 69's a real popular one, but a 68 is just looks a little bit more beefy. I like how it's not as low.
I get you. I would
Damn,
love to
I
have
want
a
one of those.
'69 Chevy Nova SS, dude. That's my dream car.
Oh, my buddy had a Chevelle SS69. It was insane. That car was so cool, man.
I love
My dad
Chevelle.
used to have a 72 Nova, and he had the air shocks in the back and the drag tires, so he had the wide
My
tires.
God.
Nice.
Total muscle head.
You had a jacked
Yeah.
ass end up way high. I don't like how it's like sits over the tires. It's like way up there.
I love the way that stuff looks.
Yeah, I want a 70 Cutlass SS.
Nice.
And my uncle had a 1970 Malibu. He got it. The guy who owned it like dragged it, so it had like all the upgrades to it.
Roll cage and shit.
Dude.
Did you guys ever hear of Yenko? Yenko cars?
Yeah.
Chevrolets?
Yep.
Yenko?
Yenko.
Yenko.
Camaro.
Listen, Yenko. Yenko. And when the federal government
Rebellion, bitch.
no, listen, true story. This happened in Pittsburgh. Don Yenko was his name. You can let's look
Go
this up
Panthers.
if you want. No, when
Yeah,
the federal government passed restrictions in the 70s, lowering horsepower on cars and taking away some of the muscle cars, Don Yenko Chevrolet went to Detroit and bought every Camaro he could find. and he hopped him up himself. And
Yeah, they're sleeper cars.
yeah, you just Google Yenko Chevrolet, and it has a whole long history. But I went to high school with one of his sons, and he had a really nice Z28 that was it was ripping. It was super fast. But it's an interesting Pittsburgh story. A guy named Don Yenko was he was the car guy of my youth. You know, everyone knew about him and stuff like that.
They're still, Motors are still putting out the Yenko Camaro.
Yep. He was a Pittsburgh dude, and he was totally addicted to go fast shit. He was a really nice guy, charitable guy too. He had good charities with his dealership.
Dropped to 427 in a Camaro. That's great.
Nice. Small block.
Holy shit. These are... Dang, he did some good work, man. I'm looking at the pictures on Google right now. Like,
Yenko?
holy crap.
Yep.
Yeah,
I met him a couple times. He was a really nice guy, you know. But like I said, I went to high school with one of his sons, and he went straight into the business. He didn't even go to college or anything, this kid. And the last I heard, my brother said he's, you know, freaking loaded just from dealing Chevrolets. They were nice people, a good family. They like sponsored our little leagues and stuff like that, you know. He was a very generous guy.
Ooh.
He's a goofy-looking guy, though.
Yenko Chevrolet. Yeah, my dad and I used to just go walk through, you know, like on a Sunday we'd be out somewhere and we'd go by there and, oh man, we got to stop and, you know, like window shop and everything. But my dad was a Ford guy. He had a Torino GT. He always had Ford. The first car I remember, and this will date me, but I don't care, it's worth it. My dad had a 55 Ford sedan that was just faster than shit. The windshield was lowered and the car was dropped a little bit. You know what they call that, chopped and channeled, I think?
Chopped.
Yeah, it was a nice car. And when I was 14, he sold it. I mean, I just was rubbing my hands. 16, I'm going to be driving this.
Oh.
He saw I was 14, he sold it and bought a Torino GT, like a Starsky and Hutch kind of car. And I was like, oh man, my life is over. Teenage suicide. I'm ready to hang myself from the basketball hoop in the driveway. This is ridiculous. I was really bummed out. I thought I was going to be driving that 55. My friends would come and drool all over it and shit when we were kids. A total Ponzi car. Kick ass.
Yeah, that's why I want an Oldsmobile, a Cutlass SS, because that's what my dad had. It was my father's Oldsmobile.
Those Cutlass were nice, man. Was that the 442? Is that the same thing you mean, or no?
No, he didn't have the 442. It was just the SS model, so it had the 350 engine in it. Oldsmobile.
Yeah, they quit making engines like the 350 because they were too good, I think.
Actually, I think it was Oldsmobile had the 355.
55. You know, my pop used to say to this day the best motor ever made he thought was a 283 or 327 or, you know, Ford's 289. You could do so much with them. And they lasted long, too, if you took care of them, you know what I mean? Not like today, all of these aluminum parts and shit.
Yeah, it just got cheaper and cheaper.
Yep. That's why I keep my trucks in 99. I keep it. I'm going to put an engine in it. But now, they're so expensive, it's ridiculous. You know, I'm not going to commit to payments for 5 years. You know, I'd rather spend my money having fun and doing stuff, you know, than buying a new vehicle and making car payments. I think I'm done with that concept forever.
Yeah. The older ones are better anyways. You don't need power steering or GPS.
No, who needs that crap? I'm going to each roll down the window and ask directions.
Yeah, nobody knows directions either.
How the hell do you get to?
That makes me think of when I was learning to use a map book.
The worst ever.
I only used that for like 2 years. I'm like, alright, GPS, hello. Freaking map books. You pull one of those out, they look like a history book, like some ancient civilization or something.
I heard this story once that this guy in Massachusetts or something like that back east, he was looking at his GPS thing or his map and it was telling him where to go and he drove into a river. Like the map was all wrong and he wasn't even really paying attention and he drove into a river. I don't know if that's urban legend or bullcrap or anything, but judging by the intelligence of a lot of people, I could see that happening. You know, we see people drive every day.
Yeah,
Well,
that
I
probably
don't know.
happens today.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, you know. But I don't have any evidence or anything. It's like a legend or whatever.
Yeah, I watched a YouTube video of a motovlogger going around the city asking for directions and see how many people knew where he needed to go, and about half of them didn't know anything about where he was.
Dude, I saw this thing where they took kids in Florida, and they were 17 and 18 years old, and they were the smartest kids out of 40 schools in the University of Florida, this professor, and she brought them all together to give them this test that she designed. And the first thing she did was she took everybody's devices. They put them in a box, and you know, she promised you get everything back. You just get a pencil and this paper, the test. And the first question was to look up at the clock in the front of the room, which wasn't digital. It was a clock with hands, and you had to write down what time it was. And most of the kids couldn't do it. They couldn't, like, read a regular clock. They were so used to... I saw this on 60 Minutes or something.
That's funny.
It was all, you know, they're used to looking at something that's 8:03, but they couldn't determine on a clock that didn't have numbers. It just had, like, little slash marks. They couldn't write down the right time. I was shocked by it. Like, oh, we are a stupid-ass society.
Oh
That's funny because Jamie has trouble with that. As she looks up, reading an analog clock.
You remember the paper I told you I had to write?
Yeah, the one you're going to fail.
I totally just realized it's supposed to be like 3 to 4 pages. I hadn't even started.
You should have been writing it the whole time.
No, I'm gonna probably take this L in this class.
What's your paper about? What?
It's like commentary or something. I'm looking over some of the slides now.
Right about motovlogging.
Yeah, make your own topic. Just work it in there.
You're good at commentary. Well, your videos and that.
Just go ahead and slip the link to my channel in there, and it's all good.
Hey, you take a lot of online classes?
No, in class.
Where do you go to school at?
It's a secret because this is broadcasting on YouTube right now.
Yeah, but how are your stalkers going to find you unless you tell them?
They might stalk me. They might show up to class and say, "Hey, you're that dude from YouTube."
We're going to steal your bike.
No. I don't want to do this.
What's that? My wife's complaining.
Something irritating, something.
My editing
Something irritating in traffic. Oh, that's an easy one.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the nighttime chat.
So basically, do I have to just like rant about something? Because I get a list of topics. Like, I just have to talk about something that's irritating. Do I talk about that's something irritating for 3 pages?
Tony's voice.
Boy, that would be hard to get 3 pages out of a single irritating thing.
Bad drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them. Traffic is one of them.
The economy.
That.
Just go with life in general. You can bitch about anything. Waking up's pretty shitty, you know. I don't really like walking too much. That's a good 8 pages.
Shoot me.
Okay. No, just you don't want to get shot. It really hurts. I shot myself with a nail gun once in the foot, and that was the most incredible pain. Right in the arch. It went through my shoe and right into my foot, and I was freaking having a heart attack. I plugged in the air hose. And the gun went off. My hand wasn't even on the trigger or anything. Just
That's like a total fear of mine. Like getting stabbed through the tendons.
Oh. Wow, I never really thought about that. Well, okay.
You know, like that scene in Butterfly Effect when he slaps his hands down on the little pins that like hold desk papers.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Oh.
I can't imagine like a knife or something going through your hand, like cutting your tendon and then sticking out the back of it.
Yeah.
Makes my hands hurt just thinking about it.
The worst thing I ever saw was I was framing this house in Surprise, and my crew's really good, and I was looking out at this other crew next to us, and they were like new. Our company hired them, and they were new, and I was supposed to keep my eye on them. And I'm looking out there, and I'm watching, and there's this laborer standing beside the building. It was a 2-story. He's just standing by the side of the building. And all of a sudden I hear this, "Look out!" And I look up, and a saw rolls off the roof. A carpenter's saw, a skill saw, rolls off the roof and nails this kid right on the head. He didn't have a hard hat on, of course. He just standing there in a baseball cap. Hit him right in the head, and he was in the hospital for like 5 or 6 weeks. But I saw it like some supreme power wanted me to see it. I went there, and I'm just looking out, and I hear the ka-clunk, 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 the saw rolling down the roof. Slam right on the kid's head. He was lighting a cigarette, just standing there, minding his own business. Pop.
Wow.
That's why I don't smoke. I mean, that's one of the reasons. But I never saw so much blood my entire life. I got a little queasy, I'll be honest with you. I thought he was going to croak. You know, he started doing all this like spastic shit. And they took him in an ambulance. Fire department came and took him in. We went to see him in the hospital the next day, and he was like in a coma. You know, I mean, those saws, they're heavy. It was a 2-story building.
This is the dumbest paper I've ever had to write.
Just take the pass.
I basically have to complain about something for 3 pages.
That's hard to do.
What you do is you go back, start this video, and just write down everything we say. Done.
Or go to Google and find a paper to submit.
Copy and paste.
Oh, God.
I'll sell you one off my Craigslist page.
There you go. Selling paper for $10.
Promise not to murder you.
Good.
That's what the ad says. That's how you get them to come. Then you can murder them. I mean, help them. Ugh. So what's the next bike you're gonna get?
Are you talking to anyone, or?
That's more of a general question for everyone.
Well, I plan on getting, or I'm gonna try to get like a 08 or newer CBR 1000.
Stepping up the game,
in the middle of winter or beginning of spring.
That'd be pretty nice.
I can just do throttle wheelies for days.
Yeah, or 12 o'clock loop. Just once.
Yeah.
I think if I was getting a new bike, I like the looks of those Honda Repsols, man. Those are cool looking. But I don't know anything about how they perform or anything. I never rode one. I never read about them or looked into it. They
Well,
just
it's a
have cool
Honda,
look.
so you can't go wrong.
Solid bikes. But I'm happy with my bike. I don't think I'll ever. I don't know. It's just
I don't think I'll. Well.
You never know. I'm an impulsive person sometimes, but I'm happy with it. I don't feel any need to upgrade or anything. It's clean. It looks okay. It runs good. That's good enough.
What?
I think I want to get I want to move up to like a supermoto.
I totally want to get a supermoto too.
Yeah, because like we got so much desert, and then like all the random stuff you can just do on it. You don't really have to worry about it falling. It's a dirt bike.
Yeah.
I was originally going to buy a CRF 250L, and I even looked at supermoto wheels for it. An extra $1,000, and you got 2 different bikes right there.
True. Yeah. I don't know if a 250 would I don't know if that's enough.
Yeah, I understand that. Like a what is it, a 450 or something?
Yeah, then you look at the 450s and you're like, yeah, it looks like it has enough, but they're all like super expensive.
And then you got to think about legalizing it,
I don't think that'd be too hard because I'm used to like rigging up lights and putting custom stuff on my bike. So I figured it'd be not too hard, but then you got to register it and stuff.
When did dirt bikes get so big? Like I remember like my brother had a 125, a Honda 125 And that bike was pretty fast, and his friend had a Suzuki, an RM, that was really quick, had a lot of power. I'm not a dirt bike aficionado, but I can't imagine 400 cc. I mean, that's a big, weighty, loggy bike, isn't it?
It's a big bike, for sure.
Yeah, for riding in the dirt. It seems like you'd have to have a certain skill level. That would be a bike you would move up to, I would think, for off-road. Just my guess. I have little experience riding on trails or dirt or motocross.
Yeah, I think if you're using it for dirt, then yeah, you might want to get a little more experience on a smaller bike. But if you're using it for street, you know, converting it to a supermoto, then I mean, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
They make a really nice one.
They're all 4-strokes anyways, so they're not as
they are
ridiculous, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, 2-stroke would be really ridiculous to ride on the street.
Yeah, if it was a 400, that'd be madness.
I think the main thing that concerns me is like theft, because it's already really light, and then a lot of them have kickstarts with no keys and stuff.
Right.
Like, how do you even you just wrap a big chain around it that you got to carry with you all the time, or I don't know.
You know, when you said theft, that was wild what Suburban said about how Klaus lost his bike. That some guy came to test ride it to buy it, and he never came back.
Yeah.
That's insane. I don't think I would let someone ride away without them giving me
cash in hand.
money or something. Yeah, right. What if they wreck it even? I mean,
that or you need to have another person with you, for them to leave with you, because I never go by myself, for fear of getting robbed.
That's true.
If I was selling something and they brought 2 people, then I don't really need the cash in hand. But if it's just the one guy, come on.
Yeah, and I understand he was like an older guy too.
I would just fucking smash up his car and burn it.
Yeah, get revenge.
Yeah, more suspicious when he shows up on a bicycle, huh? I don't know. I'd be okay with the 250 for a while if I was just romping through the dirt, and I'm not going to take it anywhere crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
250s can keep up.
And it'd be pretty cheap to maintain too.
Definitely.
I don't know. Let's get dirt bikes, Tony.
Tell you what, this is a great place to have them. This is an awesome place for something like that.
I've ridden dirt bikes out here in the desert before. It's pretty fun.
That was like my pastime. We'd go out with the dirt bikes. We had 2 of them, and then we'd bring a couple guns, and that was every weekend. And then we sold the dirt bike, and I miss it. Haven't had one in 10, 11 years.
Dude, I'm constantly looking on Craigslist for decent bikes that dirt bikes or those dual sports. Especially older ones, they always seem to be cheaper.
I don't know. The dual sports are kind of cool, but I just don't know if I like them more than dirt bikes. I think I just want to get a straight dirt bike.
Oh yeah, just straight up trailer it out there, or did you want to rig it up to ride out there?
I think I'd rig it, because we're we're 30 minutes from pretty much desert. So if you were gonna go desert riding, it's just bring a little can of gas with you, strap it on the back. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's true.
Could get yourself a Grom.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't want to. They're really fun.
Did I tell you about those guys I met over at Cycle Gear? They had the little 125 pit bikes.
Nuh-uh.
I think you mentioned it to me.
Yeah,
I think I've seen them before.
They freaking had them all tricked out, man. They actually had legit street legal supermoto wheels on them. They would take them to the go-kart track and race them with other little KTMs and stuff. They were pretty cool, man.
That would be cool. That would be cool. I wouldn't want one for on the street, or I mean, this is my bike I ride around to go to my friend's house or go meet somebody or something.
I said the same thing. I was like, doesn't that freak you out when you're going, 25? And the dude was like, no, we put different carbs on them, put a different exhaust, put different air filters, and they got them up to 45.
Pretty much built a new engine.
Yeah, pretty much. No, they really did. They changed out the axles with better ones, and I mean, they really put a lot of work into these little Chinese 125s.
You pretty much have to.
How many of you are subscribed to Flashwing, but he just picked one up?
Did he?
Yeah.
He's copying me.
God damn it.
Wait, what?
How dare he? I will have a word with him. They're fucking awesome though.
They're pretty
Yeah.
cool.
If you don't mind spending like $300 to $500 like every 6-ish months when it falls apart, they're fun as hell. But like
Yeah.
it's just like the way it's made is just so like cheap that they just like die. But like there's potential for them to be good if you just change a few things.
They sell all kinds of kits on the internet for them.
I want to just buy a built one, like just go from 500 to 700, and then have a one that's not gonna break in a couple years.
You mean like a Kawasaki or a Honda?
Yeah, I guess you'd have to buy name brand.
Yeah, because those Chinese ones, man, I mean, you can ride them for 50 miles and there's something wrong.
Yeah, you've seen my videos.
Exactly.
Those are like hour-long like excursions. They don't go very long. But like you just run it into the ground. I don't care. I paid $250 for it and then just got it running. So I don't really care if it's like shooting oil and leaking gas. The plastics are falling off and shit. I think it makes for a better video.
Yeah, and I mean, on your pit bike, you only really need a headlight and a tail light, and I mean, it's practically street legal.
Yeah, I really should go
Tires,
register that. I made it to I can't remember what I made. I was like 41 in my vid, like the fastest I got her. I'm pretty light though, so.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What is wrong? What was that?
What was what?
Your little O.
I just got like 3 subscribers in like the last 30 seconds.
Well, god damn it.
I
Your
literally
mom-
just
your
checked,
mom-
and then I watched Flashwing's video, and then I checked again. Boom.
Is he vlogging again?
And he put up like a 1.5 minute long video.
I'll start watching him again.
He barely puts up anything.
I've never seen any of his videos, I don't think. Flashwing?
He's got some good ones. They're alright, I guess.
Does he have a lot of subscribers?
He's got like a 6K or something.
Oh.
Probably the most popular one here in the state. I don't know, be hardly. Rides.
Alright, I know it's scary, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom for a minute or two.
Oh my god, that's scary.
I know you're gonna be alone for a few minutes, okay? It's gonna be hard. It's probably gonna be silent, but you can handle it.
I can't.
Tony's in charge. All right,
Tony's in charge, everyone.
Tony failed. Minnesota's now in charge.
Alright, guys, here's the plan. I have to write a 3-page paper by Friday. Alright, everybody write it for me.
Yeah, I totally fell. My mic was off.
All right, I'll be back.
I'm really tempted to just skip this and just take the L on this paper.
Do you get like a failing grade for that?
Probably.
Is it too late to drop?
Yeah. Can I drop, please?
Are you still there, Tim?
Yeah, the semester's almost over, isn't it?
Yeah, I got 2 weeks left. Well, week and a half, technically.
We should totally sing Christmas carols until he gets back. Minnesota, what are some good Minnesota Christmas carols?
Probably all the normal ones that normal people sing in all 50 states.
I think you're being modest. Come on, let's hear that beautiful Minnesota voice. Give me some jingle bells.
Nobody sings Christmas carols in Minnesota. Or at
Why?
least I've never seen anybody sing Christmas carols.
You mean go caroling, like knock on your door and start singing
Yeah.
it?
Because
is it
everybody's
the-
old and grumpy where I'm from. They just sit in their house all day, watch CNN.
Oh, okay, that explains it. I mean, Minnesota's so close to Canada. Do you guys like celebrate Boxing Day?
No. Dude, we make fun of Canadians up there. Not kidding you.
I think all the Canadians are here.
Yeah, like today, I went out riding. I just went out by the 51 and then got off on Bell and just kind of looped around on the 101. And I'm not kidding you, I saw so many like Alberta license plates and whatnot.
Yeah, it's funny about that. The snowbirds and everything on the I-10. There was a rollover crash, right?
Yeah.
License plate was Idaho. It's like not only do they just flood our city during the winter, they ruin our roads.
Oh yeah, you should try the roads where it snows in the winter and then it melts, and then you have all these potholes in the spring.
Yeah, potholes are lethal for us.
I'm not kidding. I think it was almost 2 years ago. I remember it like March, snow's all melted, and of course you have all these potholes. Some idiot's like, I'm gonna go 100 miles an hour down the freeway, smacks the pothole and dies.
Jesus. He died? What, was he on a bike, I mean? You mean?
Yeah, he was on a bike.
Holy shit.
The snow just melted.
I believe that. I mean, some of them are deep, man.
Oh yeah.
And in Pittsburgh, when it used to look like, it used to be, after the spring came, it looked like they bombed the town sometimes. The roads were like bombed or something because there were big holes in it, And shit just goes away. I guess it's from the plows and everything and the temperature and all that. But, man, and the roads back home are narrow. Really narrow compared to here. I mean, it kind of sucks in a way. Because people can't drive worth crap, and then you have
Oh yeah,
the
roads in Minneapolis are super narrow too, and they're really shitty. Like, I remember one time this summer before I came here, I was a painter, and I had a job in Minneapolis, and the roads are like 2 lanes and they're narrow, and like I said, they're all like bumpy and like, big guys just ripping it down like Minneapolis, just flying it, just, jumping off those bumps. I'm like, holy crap. But yeah.
My mom and dad had a friend who's my dad was a Harley guy, and he's a business owner and a regular guy, but he always had bikes, and that's kind of stimulated my interest. But I remember when I was like maybe a teenager, my mom was really upset, and I came home from school, and I was like, "What's going on?" And I knew the guy vaguely, because he was my dad's friend. He seemed pretty cool, and he was going around a curvy road. It's real, everything in Pennsylvania is a twisty, and believe it or not, he hit these autumn leaves that were on the road, and his rear end came out from under him, and he slid through a guardrail, and it killed him. It decapitated part of him. The cable guardrails. I don't know if you've seen those. They don't have them out here. They're like little
on the freeway.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I know what the cable guards look like.
And then my dad came home, because this was back in the day without texting and cell phones and pagers and that. And my dad came home, and he was genuinely upset. And he was like a tanky guy. My dad was a tank, barrel-chested kind of construction guy. He was a contractor, union contractor, and that's the most upset I ever saw him. But the guy hit leaves. He was just going down the road, minding his own business around a curve, and out he went, 40 miles an hour. And that guardrail, the cable, is what killed him. Just about sawed part of him in half. Yeah, man. You gotta watch. There's a lot of hazards back there compared to what we have here. We just have idiot drivers, but our weather's prime. And there's
what's really funny is like, if you ever watch like those bad driving compilations or like close calls or something, like you'll see somebody like cut somebody off and they'll honk at them like and get all mad. Like people do that here and like nobody really cares.
Right.
They don't really do anything.
Well, that's because everyone has a gun.
Right.
Yeah, I look straight ahead. I don't.
But if somebody cuts me off, I'm like, well, I wonder if
they could
his
have,
gun
an AR-15 in the passenger seat.
Yeah, you know what's funny, man? I was driving down the road one day, and this dude in an SUV cuts me off, and then he pulls over, like gets up next to me and starts yelling out of his window while we're driving down the road at 50 miles an hour. So I slowed down, but I had a gun in my back seat. And I was like, oh my god, if this dude is going to freaking pull over and try to get out of his car, I'm going to have to kill him. Like it was no joke. It got intense, man. This dude was just yelling at me because he cut me off.
That's hilarious. And they think you're a...
crap, dude.
Yeah, I hate that crap. I was coming back from Buckeye one day in my truck, and I wasn't even involved. For once in my life, I had nothing to do with this. And I see this car flying up behind me. I'm in the right lane, and I had just gotten on the 101. I got off the 10. I was on the 101, and I'm coming towards Peoria, and this car comes flying up behind me and cuts in between, like I'm in the right lane. He cuts between me and the guy that's passing me on the left. It was really close, and so the guy that he cut off in the left lane, he couldn't just let the guy go, you know, and go be an asshole to somebody else. He floors it and starts following the guy. And so I'm like, this might be good. So I floor my little Ranger, and I'm trying to keep up with them so I can see if they start shooting or anything. And the guy in front, the guy that cut everybody off, like flew from behind me and cut that guy off, he just hit his brakes, and the guy couldn't do anything, and he rammed him right in the back. Wow. I thought that was like the coolest thing. Two ass heads, you know, they wrecked. And I didn't stick around in case there was a gunfight or something. I just kept going. But man, he hit him pretty good, and the guy went down in the median and that. I always wondered what happened, you know, how that resolved. But I didn't like stick around. But it was all like 30 seconds of entertainment, really fast. It was pretty cool, you know, watching people be that stupid and that uncaring about each other, you know.
Hey, you know, it's kind of crazy. Is I have this complex, right? So when I'm on my bike, I tend to ride pretty responsibly, but sometimes I'll ride like an asshole, you know, lane splitting and stuff. And
oh yeah, I lane split today.
When I'm in my car and a motorcyclist does that shit, oh my god, it drives me nuts.
No, you get mad?
Yeah, like when a motorcycle cuts in front of me and there's like barely any room between me and the car next to me. Oh man, that drives me nuts, and I have no idea why. Maybe because I'm jealous. I don't know.
It doesn't really bother me because you know, I'm a motorcyclist as well, and I do that. So I'm like, oh.
And see, that's what I try to reason with myself. Like, well, I ride the same way, you know, from time to time. But goddamn it, why'd you have to do that? I don't know. I guess it is because I'm jealous and I want to be on my bike, but I got to be in my car.
You guys know Peoria pretty well. I mean, I was coming up 71st Avenue today, and I was south of Choya, between Peoria and Choya, and there's a school there, Sundance School, and there's a school zone. It says 15 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know, and I kind of abide by that because you got to protect our kids, man. You don't know what they're going to do. Kid running right in front of you for no real reason. They don't even look, you know. You know how they are. So I'm going through there 15 miles an hour, and I'm not really paying attention. And all of a sudden I hear this horn, and I kind of look down and back, and this lady's headlight is right against my back tire, and she's honking the horn and slamming on her brakes.
Really?
Yeah, I turn around, I give her the finger, and I did it impulsively. I don't like to do that to people when you're in front of them, because all I have to do is floor it and they can run you over. Yeah. And I got up to the stop sign at 71st and Choya. I'm only a couple blocks from my house. Minnesota knows. He was over here last night. I'm 2 blocks from my house. And the lady starts honking it because I physically stopped at the stop sign. Like, I didn't put my foot down. I just stopped and then went. And she honks again. Like, dude, what are you stopping for? The stops, you're supposed to coat. I didn't know what to do. And my impulse is to do what my friend said they do in Virginia. And it's a sweeping thing that's happening there because I guess they don't carry guns like we do in Virginia and Maryland and that. My friend said they get a 4-ounce or 6-ounce lug bolt or lug nut, and you can take it to a metal shop or a steel shop, whatever, and have it magnetized. And they just keep it on their tank, and that's their weapon.
Huh.
And you just reach and pull that off your tank and throw it through somebody's back window when they piss you off. And then they have that memento of your, run-in with them, I guess.
So
I don't know if that would be a good idea.
But make sure your prints aren't on them.
Oh, we always wear gloves. I always wear gloves. I never ride without gloves,
Well, I mean, like when you're putting on your tank or something.
I've seen a variation of that, Tim, but they used to carry ball bearings, the little balls, bearings, and so when a biker would go down the road and it was on the freeway, this was usually when it happens, they just kind of toss them behind them, and those little ball bearings go flying, bouncing everywhere, and just wreck cars, man.
Oh, yeah, because they're going the same speed as you are.
Exactly, and the pierce they'll literally pierce radiators.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Holy cow, that's a good idea. I mean, I hate to endorse that. I hate to endorse that, but, really, we're defenseless. Except for we got that throttle and, And I got one on video today. You guys are going to laugh at when my wife produces this. I made a right turn off 43rd onto Peoria. And I'm just riding my bike. I'm not stretching it out, first gear. second gear. I'm not winding it up. I'm going a little bit over the speed limit. And in the left lane comes this, like, doofy-looking guy in an 85 Oldsmobile or Buick or something. And he looks at me, and he goes like this with his hand, like, we're racing, you know? And he floors his car, and he takes off. And I'm like, wait, you can't lose to an 85 Oldsmobile. So I go back down to second gear and screw it down and go flying by him. I hit like 78, 79 miles an hour and just back off. And the guy's way behind me by this point, and he's still flooring it. And he goes by me, passes me, and this really pissed me off. As he passes me, he clenches his fist like you beat me. That bothered me for like the next 3 miles. I'm like, should you catch that guy, give him shit, or just like smoke him out or something, or pull a Minnesota and just burn your tire off into his side window?
Yeah, do that to him.
But I just let him go. But he had this big clenched fist and looking at me smiling like, I beat a crotch rocket. Well, no, you didn't. Shut up. Go away. Dude, retire that Oldsmobile or whatever the hell it was. That car is 30 years old. Do you get offended by that stuff ever? Does that stuff bother you? Or am I the only nut?
I try to troll people into racing.
Let me look. I think the video before, like the one before the video I made with like handing out the sandwich, that one video before that, when I was out recording, like I was done making it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be done. So I turned off my camera. Literally after I turned off my camera, like about, I don't know, 2 minutes later, this BMW just races by me, and I'm on the 51. South, 51 South, and just races past me, and I just decided to race him, and this was pretty freaky, but I think we were both going like 140 plus, zipping in and out of traffic.
Awesome. That's crazy, but that's awesome. I mean, I remember being your age and being more susceptible to those behaviors. I mean,
but it was kind of freaky.
It is freaky, and you just get all wrapped up in it quick, and you don't realize.
But the guy was a good sport about it. Like, I mean, I don't care if I win or lose when I race somebody. You know, I just like to race just for fun. You know? So, I mean, we both were good sports, and we gave each other thumbs up. You know, I don't really care who wins. I'm not, well.
That was what was funny about your burnout in Tempe.
Yeah.
That guy looked over from that Mustang, and I saw him, and it was a Celine. Is that how you say it? Celine Mustang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was sweet. And I look at him, and I gave him a thumbs up. I go, dude,
he looked
awesome
kind of
car. Yeah, he was a big guy, too. And then as soon as I give him the thumbs up, he points at my bike, gives me the thumbs up. And then Ryan starts his shenanigans. Yeah. He had so much smoke in the air, the guy's like,
I thought he was going to be mad about that.
Me too, because
he had a good heart. He was
I kind of looked back, and he kind of looked at me for a few seconds before he gave me a thumbs up. I'm like, oh.
I know he was he was as big as the Arizona Cardinal, dude. I was like, please don't get out of that car. I'm unarmed and I'm stuck in traffic. I can't even get away.
That was a fun ride though through Tempe.
That was fun. There are so many beautiful.
It's really fun at night too.
We're gonna have to do that, Ryan. We're gonna have to go over there on a Saturday night.
It's probably a little bit more packed than it was. You got all those drunk people howling, and
yeah,
you can scare them easily because they're all disoriented and they're drunk.
We should go before all the kids leave for Christmas break too. I mean, where it is crowded, and you give it a chance of good scenery and eye candy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I drove over because I had Thanksgiving break last week. I had a week off. I think I drove down Mill. I don't know, maybe the Saturday or some night, Saturday night, and it really wasn't that busy because I think everybody was gone.
For Thanksgiving, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, the locals can tell you, like Tony and Alpha. Well, they might not even remember because they're younger guys. But years ago, Mill Avenue was really different. It was like now it's like, I don't hate to use the word. It's more corporate. It's more like cut and dried. You know. Back then, it was more like local stuff in hippie shops and. I don't know. I like the old Mill Avenue better.
That's what uptown in Minnesota is. They have all kind of hippie and kind of those stores like the small businesses and stuff.
Well, like downtown Flagstaff is kind of the same as what Tempe used to be. it's not all corporate yet. So
Yeah.
I totally know what you mean. 'Cause a lot
Well,
of those
fun.
restaurants over there are, nationwide chains.
I'm not embarrassed to say, but I'm kind of embarrassed to say. When I first moved out here, all I had was a motorcycle, and I'm in the building trade, so I was kind of hamstrung by my equipment and everything, and my equipment hadn't arrived yet, and saws and all that stuff. I had to get a different vehicle for that, and I kind of was looking for something to do to take a break from construction. And the first job I got here was in a business on Mill Avenue called Cookies from Home. I don't know, have you ever heard of it? I went in there all night and baked cookies.
Huh.
That's all I did. I think I gained like 40 pounds. I like the fattest, skinny guy in town. But I would take home bags of cookies to my apartment, and all the little kids would see me coming. I'd be there in the morning when they were getting on the school bus and that. Like, dude, get all these cookies. I was totally popular. Now you probably get arrested for suspicion of child shit,
Right.
I was giving out cookies all the time. But then the lady fired me.
Aw.
Well, no, they had a thing. You had to throw the bad cookies in a dumpster. And I went out there one day, and the bums were taking them out of the dumpster and eating them. So I decided, I'll just put these bags of the cookies by the dumpster. It's a little more human, not as disgusting for these guys,
Yeah.
And the owner came one morning. She always came real early before I left. And there were all these bums eating cookies. And she told me, you're supposed to throw them in the dumpster so we don't want to attract these people. And I said, well, they take them out of the dumpster. Isn't this more like humane?
Humane, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I never been homeless or nothing, thank God. And she goes, well, you just can't do it again. So the next day, I set him out there, and I bought a gallon of milk. Put a gallon of milk out there. Boy, was she pissed off. And that was the end of my cookie-making career. Something like that happened. It's time to move on.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah,
I kind of wish more like
it was a
restaurant
skate job.
owners would do that,
Yeah, we're going to waste. you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. They're
I
gonna
feel
throw
bad
out
for
the
these
old
people.
food or whatever. They should just package it up and go down to drop it off somewhere. You know what I mean?
Maybe you guys would know, but I asked one of the Tempe policemen that was always on Mill, because I'd go out there in the middle of the night and just like take a break on Mill Avenue, and it was me and this one guy that worked, two of us in the store baking. And I asked this policeman, and he told me that he was a really nice guy. We saw him a lot, and he said that in the winter around the holidays, it's really crowded in Tempe from the homeless. But then when the spring and the hot weather comes, they all go up to like Flag and up that way. And that was my first year here, and he was right. It like totally emptied out when it got hot. You didn't see any of those guys around.
Huh.
They all went up north, I guess, to where it wasn't 150 freaking.
How they can get up there if they're homeless? Huh.
That's a good question. I was wondering the same thing.
I guess you could walk. You don't have anything else to do. You don't have to cut the grass or anything. Never mind. I mean, you have a lot of time on your hands. So. But he said they all left town, and sure enough, it thinned out. Yeah. Pretty crazy. But I never been through that. I always had, like, the way I looked at it, there's always fat chicks if you're homeless. You can always, like, find a fat chick.
Well, I saw a story about a dude who does exactly that. He lives in the city, but he's homeless, so he'll like, bed hop, pick up chicks on the street, and then just, have, sex with them, and then stay the night. Next day, go to the store, grab some mouthwash, some Gatorade, some alcohol, and kick it.
Penicillin.
Yeah, man, that was a trippy story. It was a fairly young dude too.
Gigolo. A homeless gigolo.
Pretty much. Oh God. Yeah.
Hey, that commercial that Alpha thought of,
Yeah.
I think we should all individually come up with ideas for that, and then compare them, or maybe combine them. Yeah, because I think that's a really good idea. And show some unity, and kind of build each other up a little bit.
I think we should like line our bikes up and then kind of do like some cinematic shots with some cinematical music.
I got a really good camera for that. It's
And then I don't know, like people want to show their face or not. You could kind of like do like a close up of the rider or something. I don't know, and they could do like something. I don't know.
I am going to do a face reveal pretty soon, because you know why? It's really a hassle. You know, it's a hassle for everybody else that edits their stuff. They got to ask you, do you show your face? Do you not? I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm tired of it, worrying about it or thinking about it.
My face is on my Instagram, so boom.
You know, my wife and I have chatted about it, doing it. I don't really have any reason for privacy, you know. But at the same time, it is kind of cool because my buddy in Virginia, he's a really smart guy. He's like, I mean, he's just smart. He's a musician, an IT guy. He's a sculptor. He's one of those guys chicks like, you know. And he told me, he goes, keep your anonymity, you know, be Batman. He goes, that's kind of a cool thing, you know. It's like your image or whatever. And I don't know if that really matters. It makes editing a lot easier if you don't have to blank everything out. You know?
I don't really care about the whole face reveal thing. You know.
You don't care if you show or not?
No, not really. I mean, you know, because some people will freak out with just their shield up and like, oh my god, don't do that. But I mean,
yeah, I gotta edit that video from Saturday with Sub D. I gotta like block out a bunch of stuff and.
Yeah, he likes being blocked out, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. If you do certain things, you know, you don't want to be, you know, putting your face out there, like, especially if you work in a public arena. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere where a lot of people see you, because then people will freaking like bug you all the time, especially if you're popular like that.
Right.
But I'm just a copier technician, so I don't really care.
Not for long, Tony.
Oh, you work on copiers?
Yep.
Man, they had this guy I mentioned being with Honeywell. They had this guy, and he was like, he went to all the Honeywell facilities all the time, and that's all he did was take care of like mailroom equipment, like back when they had fax and all that stuff, you know, and copiers and everything. And he had this saying, I don't know, maybe this applies to you, but he had this saying like, you know, when everything works really good, all the brass used to say, why do we need an IT guy? Then when something messed up, they blame the IT guy. You know, and I thought, man, what a shitty job. I'd hate to be you. You know, you're unpopular no matter what. Yeah. But it's total necessity to have people like that.
When I walk into an office, it's just like I'm a superhero with a tool bag. Yeah.
Your beard's flapping in the wind.
I swish it back and forth.
Pump your pecs a little bit.
Beards.
What was that, Ryan?
You should grow one of those Duck Dynasty beards.
Oh god.
He's already on the way.
You kind of look like Jake the Garden Snake.
I do. It's weird. I've never like
Dude,
thought
you
about
should
it,
just
but I kind of do.
get a supermoto and get his same helmet, and then I swear, I'll ride it. We'll just ride around.
Yeah.
I'm William. I'm William.
Kinda.
Kinda.
Till the front tire goes up an inch. You should just be the parody Jake.
Jake the Garden Snake Jr.
Just create a secondary channel.
Is it just me, or does it seem like Sub D looks like a grunge band like singer?
Dude, he looks like Drake Draymond.
Is that who it is? Like, there's someone that.
He looks like the lead singer from Disturbed.
Maybe that's
I kid you not. I think I told this to Tim, but I had a teacher in high school, and he looks exactly like them. They're like the same height. They're like the same, like, you know, like body type, whatever. They're both like, you know, short and skinny. It's so weird. And they both have like their ears pierced.
He just looks so familiar for some reason.
Dude, he was super.
His like, I don't know. His voice doesn't match up with his face, I would think. I don't know.
No, like
It's
the
because
voice
you
to his
look-
stature.
Yeah.
It's probably just because you listened to him for so long. You
Probably
built
for
up
so long.
a self-image.
Like, I can't imagine what Baker X Derek's face looks like. Like, I
Dude,
can't
it's
put a face
not
to
even
it.
close.
What is it? What does he
It's-
look like?
Oh, it's so different. It's
Describe
like,
him.
he's got kind of bubbly eyes, like they kind of almost poke out a little bit. His ears are kind of small. His head's roundish, got short hair, almost buzzed.
He's got a face.
Yeah, kind of like, I don't know. So I'm not really
Like
good
a
at
face?
describing faces, but like he looks like real laid
Like-
back, pretty
His
much.
arms too.
He's like a little heavier, kind of not too short, about mid. He's really cool. We're just gonna have to go to Cali and you can meet him.
That was the first video I ever
Does he
saw.
remind you anybody from like a TV show or a movie
Um,
that you may
You really want to
resemble
know, don't you?
to give me a good idea?
let me think.
Do you know what his name signifies? Baker X Derek. Do you know is his name Derek Baker by any chance? I mean, I was just wondering that. Or is he a baker?
His name's Derek.
Is he working a bakery or something?
No, that was his gaming account or whatever. Maybe his Xbox Live or whatever.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I felt really bad for the guy.
Dude,
when
was he ever in the military?
I don't think so. Arson was, I believe. Arson's kind of like that post-military.
You know, I think Baker X Derek, I think a couple of years ago, it might have been 3 years ago or 2, I want to say he was a manager at Kohl's, because I remember I was watching one of his older vlogs, and he was, he kind of had like this button-up shirt and some nice pants, and he's like, oh, I'm on my way to work right now, and he like rolls up to like a Kohl's, and he gets off or something, so I want to say he's like a manager or something at Kohl's.
I don't know what he used to do. Like, I don't even know if he works anymore. I think he just.
I think he does YouTube full time.
Yeah, YouTube and
used
sells
to-
shirts and stuff.
I think a couple of years ago he had a job.
I like his intros. His intros are really cool.
His dancing.
Yeah, that Mexican music and stuff. That's just awesome, man. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, he's definitely a unique guy.
Yep.
But he's the same age as me, so he's like got a lot of references to like the same kind of generation.
So
just
he's
kinda like,
mid-20s?
yeah, he's 25 right now. But the way he acts is like pretty much just like how I grew up. So like everything he says and like his personality just kind of meshes with mine. So it was real familiar when I was like hanging out with him.
Hey, Alpha, when you were over there, did you meet Gina, a girl in her bike? Did you meet her?
No. The only girl I met was Callie Ryder.
I have a big crush on a girl in her bike. You know, my wife laughs. She knows I'm like an idiot, but her videos are really entertaining. She's a fun girl, and she's really cool. And she's a good little rider, too, on that Gix or whatever. I think she has a GSXR, I'm not sure. But she's a good little rider, and her videos are kind of fun. Did you see that one? She had a series of videos where she went and got this box at a hobby store and put something in it. Yeah, and it turned into a couple episode thing.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
That was a pretty good idea. I heard she's a really cute kid, too. Good for her. She seems real nice, and I like her videos a lot.
Hmm.
And I like Z, too. Z's pretty cool. He's the ultimate wingman.
Oh, Z?
Yeah, he's just a really nice guy.
Suburban Delinquent said he doesn't like to hang out with him anymore.
Oh, they don't hit it off or something?
No, because like since Z like rode with him so much, like I guess I don't know, like people I guess maybe started recognizing him or something, so all like that kind of went to his head or something, so he's kind of all like, cocky, and he's got the big bridges, and I don't know.
Oh, like Sub D made Z famous kind of thing?
Yeah, and he's all kind of like, well, everybody knows me now, or,
Yeah, I don't see how this could really be. I'll be honest with you guys. If this all went away tomorrow, I would be disappointed. I would hope we all were still cool and hung out and rode together. But I don't see how something like this could inflate your ego, because it's not really. I mean, is there a good vlogger and a bad vlogger? I mean, it's like art, like a painting. That one guy painted a soup can, Andy Warhol, and he got millions of dollars for it. It's a soup can, tomato soup can. You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Art is so speculative, and people like what they're gonna like or don't like what they're gonna like. You know,
Indeed.
I can't see getting an ego over this. I just can't. You know. Even if I had 200,000 subscribers, I think I'd still be the same Pollock from Pittsburgh. You know, that's my sense, anyways.
Hey Tim, you know it'd be an interesting invention. Solar-powered flashlight.
Or you know what would be another good invention? A reversible microwave.
You know,
You
it's
can
another
cool
good
things
one,
in
Tim.
seconds.
Wow.
That's another good one, Tim.
I bet you people would buy it. As soon as it
Pedal-powered
sounds,
wheelchair.
people will buy it.
What powered wheelchair? What?
Pedal-powered wheelchair.
I don't think that'll catch on.
Isn't that why Poland doesn't have a navy? All those screen doors on their subs?
On their submarines.
I'm gonna look up Polish jokes or Polish inventions.
I got a million of them. Hey, you know, you'll be surprised at Polish inventions like the violin, the microscope.
That's not what we're talking about, Tim.
I know, but I'm not really even Polish. I'm German, French, and Ukrainian. But it sounds cool to say Polak from Pittsburgh. That just works.
Just take it. I'm going to use that.
I'll be it. And that way it lowers people's expectations, too. Well, he's fucked it up. He's a Polak from Pittsburgh. We didn't expect him to be able to do it. I have a built-in excuse. I use it all the time. I just realized I've sworn tonight about 5 times. Man, there goes my reputation.
It's all right.
I went through all my videos. There's not one curse word. And, well, they're beeped out, but they're not on there. You can't hear them, so.
Hey, Tim, you know what you could do if this motovlogging thing doesn't pan out? Be a Polish loan shark. Lend everyone your money and then skip town.
Okay, there you go. Hey, did you hear about the Polish terrorist?
I heard a motorcycle.
You hear about the Polish terrorist?
No.
They sent him to blow up a car, and he burned his lips on the exhaust pipe.
Classic.
It's a true story. It's not a joke.
Hey, why did they outlaw firing squads in Poland?
I don't know.
Because they would all stand in a circle.
Shit. You know, the number one way to commit suicide in Poland?
What's that?
You pick your nose till your head caves in. Never mind. Most of my Polish jokes are visual. The next time we're together, I got a few beauties. You'll love them.
Can make a whole episode on it.
Yeah, I might. That's a good idea. Thanks.
This is kind of a vulgar one, but I thought it was kind of funny. Since you're not Polish, it won't be offensive. Why did the Polak cross the road?
I don't know.
He couldn't get his dick out of the chicken.
That's another true story. That's not a joke.
Revealing, Tim.
My daughter told me a joke once when she was real little, and it was perfect. She goes, "What does Michael Jordan drink when he plays basketball on the moon?" And I go, "I don't know." And she goes, "Craterade." She was like a first grade kid. That killed me. I couldn't stop laughing for a while. That was pretty good. And then she follows it up with, she goes, "Did you hear about the frog who fell asleep in the Walmart parking lot?" And I said, "No, I didn't hear." She goes, "He got towed away." She used to be funny, then she got big and mean. What are you gonna do?
All right. Tim,
I'm gonna take traffic school tomorrow.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Last day.
Hold on, guys. Let's leave on a golden dime. How do you get a one-arm Pollock out of a tree?
In
I
chat.
don't know how.
Wave at him.
Wave at him.
All right, I can end it.
That was pretty good, Tony.
All right, do your outro.
All right, everyone, bye. Okay, no, never mind. All right,
Hey,
well,
Alpha,
what?
Alpha, before you go, man, what do you want to do Thursday? You want to cruise?
I do want to cruise. If you want to surprise me with the destination, that would be awesome.
Well, just give me a heads up. I'm a good follower, man. You know, whatever you want to do. I don't mind. I just like riding. I just like being on Ava and doing
We'll
stuff.
hit up a roundabout and we'll just circle that thing about 80
Tim,
times.
let's do a bike swap, Tim.
A what? No, you know what? I never.
I'll bike swap.
DX1 wants to do that too. I never do that. You know, because that means I have to ride somebody else's bike, and if something happens, then I got to buy them.
Nah,
a
that's
bike.
okay, Tim.
I mean, you got to sign my death waiver so you can ride it, but I'll.
You should see my face shield when I was done riding behind you.
Oh yeah. So I gotta fix that thing.
Yeah, I didn't wash my shield for 3 or 4. You know, like when you shake your hand. You know, when you shake hands with a famous person, you say don't wash your hand for a while.
You should just take it off and mount it on the wall.
I had Alpha's oil on my shield, man. I was like, I got famous oil.
I gotta fix that. It's such a death trap. Alright, we're definitely gonna be making a video on Thursday about it, so bring your cameras and charge batteries. We'll have a little adventure. But I
got a DSLR, a Sony, a really nice camera. I know you guys probably have good photographic equipment too. My wife got this for us, and I don't know really that much about operating it. But I'll bring it along. It's kick ass, man. The quality of the pictures and the video is unbelievable.
Alright.
We can use that if we do a commercial.
Yeah, definitely. That'll help.
You know, the only thing is you have to take it from. There's just technological shit to it. I don't understand. I'm sure you do. So, you guys, nice chatting with you.
Indeed.
Yeah. Ryan, text me tomorrow if you want to ride, okay, Ryan? When you're done with all your shit.
You'll get that outro eventually, Alpha.
It's coming. It's coming. You guys are just waiting for it.
We got 2 dislikes, by the way.
That's exactly the number that I needed to boost my ego.
How many did we get?
2
Not
dislikes.
enough.
Yeah. We haven't offended enough people.
Man.
Alright, I just want to thank everybody for sticking in and watching. Make sure to hit that thumbs up if you liked it. Smack the thumbs down. You know we deserve it. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for...
hey, Alpha, one last thing. Terry said she's really sorry about all the tech. She was pulling her hair out here trying to get this together. And
it's fine.
I'm glad you hooked it up and everything, so thanks.
I got you guys.
All right, man. Hey, give me a message for Thursday, and Ryan, text me tomorrow if you want to.
Okay.
Okay, see you guys.
All right, goodbye all. Thanks for joining. We'll see you in the next one.
Later.
Say bye, Tony.
Oh, bye.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye, Tony.
Bye, John.